What up, everybody? Oh, let me get Travis up here.
What up?
Hello, friends. We're here live in the flesh, the virtual flesh, to watch as Travis kind of works on this one of one NFT for our backstory contest winner, Nuclear Nick. So what I want to do for that, just to refresh everybody's memory, because I know the backstory contest was like 2 or 3 weeks ago now. So I'm going to share my screen and pull up that story, give everybody a quick refresher of who this character is and why that relates to what Travis is making. So let me go ahead and lower this music, share my screen, and okay. So for those of you that see this is Nuclear Nick, written by one of our community members, and he was one of our top. Yeah, can you see this right now?
Yeah. It's just us.
Hold up. Oh, I know what was going on. Here we go. Bang. And right
here. Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Nuclear Nick. So again, yeah, he was Nuclear Nick was a backstory written by one of our community members for the backstory contest. We picked his as one of the top 3, and then you guys voted him to actually be the winner. So to kind of go over it real quick, it was a normal day for AlphaBot 1762. After a quick recharge and light maintenance, he headed to the main control room of the world's biggest nuclear reactor. It takes an astronomical amount of energy every day to keep the billions of humans in the metaverse, and this reactor alone creates 40% of the energy to do so. As the head scientist, it was the duty of AlphaBot 1762 to make sure the reactor was online and fully operational at all times. Even though he had such an important job, he was always wanting more. He dreamt of meeting new bots and exploring the vast world to which he was unknown to. But he knew this was impossible as the reactor wouldn't run without him. As he got to the control room, he could sense something was wrong. Status report, he demanded. Fellow scholar AlphaBot 893 said, "Sir, the reactor seems to be having too much power drawn from it, and it's causing it to behave erratically. I suggest we restart at once." "That won't be necessary, 893. We haven't shut down for 47 months, and we won't be now. Send in the machinist to find and fix the problem now," replied AlphaBot 1762. "Sorry, sir. All the machinists are in maintenance and won't be available for 15 minutes. By then, it will be too late," replied AlphaBot 893. "I'll do it myself then. Open up the main doors at once," AlphaBot 1762 demanded. He didn't hesitate for a moment, and even though he knew it was against protocol and extremely dangerous. As he entered the main reactor, the problem was clear. Someone had tampered with the reactor's core, and soon enough, he knew it would go critical. Suddenly, the reactor started overheating. "Get out of there, sir," yelled AlphaBot 893. "There's no time. I'll do a manual override. When I signal, activate maximum power," he replied, and wired himself into the core. As each second passed, the radiation levels were drastically increasing. Soon they would be fatal, even for an AlphaBot of 1762 standards. "Do it now, 893, he called urgently. As 893 activated the controls, it was clear to see that 762 had established the core, saving the reactor. But in doing so, he absorbed a colossal amount of radiation, and he was in shock as he started to glow bright green and blue. "Help me," he called out. Then his circuit shut off. 5 days later, AlphaBot 1762 blinked into life as his software slowly came online. He could see he was surrounded by mountains of rubbish. He was in shock with what happened. "I stopped the reactor, and oh no, I can't remember. Why can't I remember where I am? Or where am I?" Then a shadow appeared over him, and it was another AlphaBot. "I'm saved," he thought. "Hello there, I'm AlphaBot 8155, but you can call me Cooper." "You look lost. What are you doing here?" said the friendly bot. "Can you help me?" 1762 asked. "Anything for a fellow bot. Let's go to get you a healer. Nice paint job, by the way," replied 8155. 1762 looked down, and he was still glowing with radiation. And that's how he got the name Nuclear Nick. So a great backstory, and I think it really pulls in like how he got this color scheme. So I think this will be a cool thing for us to, or for Travis really, to bring to life. So
all of us.
Yeah, all of us. So with that, Travis, I know you made a sketch to kind of get an idea of what you want to do here. So I'll let you share your screen and you can kind of show them what you put together and what we'll be trying to make today.
So super rough sketch. This is basically what we're going for, is sort of the control room with the nuclear reactor. So it's going to be like a big circular kind of room, lots of cool like wires and like what is it, like those like electricity balls that have electricity on them. I don't know. So basically, a big, like the Tesla coil kind of thing, and then a bunch of cool like mech stuff, a bunch of barrels and boxes with cool lights, and then we're gonna just light this thing and animate it, and hopefully we can get it all done today. But probably, most likely, we'll get through the look dev, which is basically like the look of everything, and then I'll animate it later. Maybe we'll do another stream for that. But so we'll get it going. But here's Nick. I've got him sort of rigged up. Got his little head controls here, so I can move around his head. We've got legs for everybody that's interested. We do have legs, and then we got the arms. I've got the arms ready to move. I can move them in all sorts of weird directions. Maybe cross his arms, but yeah. So I'm ready if you are.
Yeah.
Nick
and
is
here,
in here.
He said he was going to be. So we'll see. Nick, if you're in here now, say what's up. But I just wanted to also say, if you guys have any questions, again, this isn't going to be a tutorial. He's not going to like break down slowly what he's doing. Travis is just going to work at his own pace, and you just get to see him in the process of making this. But if you guys have questions, we'll take questions about anything. If you have questions about the weapons airdrop, because I know that's a hot topic right now, and we put out that promo video earlier. Or if you have questions about what he's doing, what are you doing? He's kicking the leg. But if you have questions about like what he's doing or Cinema 4D things, he can't really like break everything down. But if there's certain questions, go for it and just send them in the chat here in YouTube. I also have Discord open up over here, so I'll be keeping an eye in both areas, and I'll kind of just save some up for a second while Travis gets started, and then we can just start asking. And some of them I can answer, some of them we can ask directly to Travis. But we'll treat it like an AMA and also behind the scenes. So
yeah, and if you're interested in 3D or Cinema 4D, the software, I am doing a presentation at NAB in Vegas next Sunday, not this coming Sunday, but the one after. So that'll be live streamed. We'll post about it. But if anybody actually does want to check that out, we're going to do my presentations basically on how to create a generative project like the AlphaBot. So cool. Well, this sun is bugging me, so I'll be right back and then we'll get started.
The sun. And I'll bring that lo-fi music back here, a little background noise. But yeah, for those of you who may have not fully understood what Travis just said, the company that makes Cinema 4D, they're called Maxon. They invited him to speak at an event that they've got going on. And Don, you asked, what program do you use? This is Cinema 4D. So everything that he's working in right here is going to be Cinema 4D. And then when he starts rendering things, he uses Octane. So I'll let him kind of break all that down when he gets to it. But yeah, the event that he's going to be doing something at is for Maxon, the people that make Cinema 4D. So he's going to be up there and kind of break everybody down on how he went about doing the AlphaBots, making a few of these. You said you're going to make 3. You didn't make actual AlphaBots. You made other robot variations, but you're kind of going to show how you set up your espresso rig, which makes things dynamics, and you can feed in data to kind of render these things out or choose the components that make up the bots.
Exactly.
So, yeah, it'll be a big moment, obviously, for Travis, and then a big moment for AlphaBots, but also just a big moment for CDC as a whole, because he got invited to do this. So it'll be cool to kind of spread the word about the project and CDC in that way.
All right, starting out here with the floor. I feel like 8 sides would be plenty.
And I've been telling them, Travis, you've been teaching me a few things, so I'm not completely lost in the sauce. I know a little bit about what you're doing.
Yep, you do.
What's funny with it being just me and you right here, nobody else is really talking except for what's in the chat. I feel like we're on our Google Hangouts.
I know.
There's people like watching us right now too. Yeah, and shout out to all 57 of you guys. Make sure to tweet it out. I know we tweeted out, so go ahead and like retweet that, spread the word, get some more people in here. Yeah, this is a new look of behind the scenes of a project from CDC.
Yeah. Okay, got this wall.
I see somebody asking, how will the backstories fit into the current chapter stories? So I've answered this before in a Spaces, that the backstory contest that we ran, it was more of like to get everybody in the mode of, okay, AlphaBots is dropping. This was something right after our drop, and we wanted everybody to kind of get into character with their AlphaBot, so they can kind of, because again, this is a community-driven choose your own adventure, so you kind of got to play from the perspective of the AlphaBots that you have. So some of the backstories that were made, I mean, there was a lot. There was, and not only a lot, but a lot of really good ones and a lot of really good ideas. So I think there'll be opportunities in the future for people to kind of bring those stories to life a little bit more, and maybe they could impact and influence the actual lore. But for now, I mean, we just wanted to do this contest as a creative writing contest, give people a chance to earn something cool like this, like Nuclear Nick is getting his AlphaBot brought to life, getting that story brought to life. So yeah, we'll find more uses for backstories in the future. And then also, you guys barely knew anything about the lore when that happened. Chapter 1 wasn't even out yet. So as the lore continues, and you guys get to know more about what's going on, I think that'd be a better opportunity to then bring people's bots into the story, because now there's context. So
yeah, for sure.
I see Heffy in there, Old Saint, Javo, yeah. Yeah, Travis, and some of these things, like those walls right there, these are like pre-made components that you've had, right? You're kind of just bringing them into this.
Yeah, sometimes it's worth it to reinvent the wheel, and other times it is not. But for these walls,
yeah, it gives you a good base to start from.
Okay. I'm just trying to get the scale of this room right.
And what's funny is, you've been so nose to the grindstone the past few weeks. Nobody's really even heard from you. Not even a tweet. You've just been locked in.
I feel bad. Yeah,
I was thinking about it. I was like, we drug him out of the cave, but in all actuality, we just brought people to your cave.
To the cave, yeah. That's funny. I should change my virtual background to a cave.
Yeah. Someone asked, are we going to have a movie sometime in the future? Yeah, we've talked about this a lot. If it were on the table of turn AlphaBots into an animated series or turn it into like a really intense and nice video game, I lean more towards the animated series and Travis leans more towards the video game. But the reality is, why couldn't we do both at some point? But you don't want to spread ourselves too thin, so we kind of just take what comes. But yeah, I think that's an obvious thing, that if we're building or not building, but like creating this lore, and the community is making decisions that then pivot where the lore goes. So it'd be really cool after, time has passed and there's 15, 16, 17 chapters and the story has really evolved and there's a lot of character development to really bring that to life into an animated series. I personally think that'd be really cool. And yes, Old Saint, this is being recorded. So it's live on YouTube right now, but when we stop being live, it'll be up on the channel. And we kind of realized that earlier because we did a test stream just to make sure it was connected to the YouTube, and then we had like a 5-second clip that was up for a little bit. So yeah, we learned that one the hard way. Yeah, and somebody mentioned in the Discord, 6,000 members in Discord, but only 750 YouTube subscribers. Yeah, I think those numbers are off too. So if you're here and you haven't subscribed, subscribe, especially with Chapter 2. Yeah, what are you doing? Especially with Chapter 2 coming right around the corner. I mean, you'll want to be notified when that comes out. So make sure you're subscribed.
Someone said I'm on warp speed, almost done. It's not almost done. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah. But it is funny because I was telling people this yesterday. I was like, you work at such an amazing pace that, yeah, like if you're just doing what you're doing, like it looks like it happens so quickly where some people would be like, I don't even know how to get started. But, it goes to, I mean, you've been doing this for a minute too, so you know your way around.
A little bit. Yeah, it's cool to have everybody here. I feel like I'm doing what I'm normally doing, but I'm not alone. So this is nice.
Yeah.
Hello, friends. Thank you for not making me be alone.
Oh, hi, Chanel.
Chanel.
Say hi, Chanel.
Oh, hey.
Yeah. The voice behind the chapters that you guys hear is in the chat right now. Oh, Tom, I see you asking about faction masters. So yeah, that's something that we want to unroll that. Like, we want to get some more things together before we really open up that channel, but we did get that in place with our verification bot, that if you have a bot from all 10 factions, then you get this faction master role in Discord. And we're going to open up a channel for that so that the faction masters can talk amongst themselves, and there will be opportunities specifically for those types of collectors, because we just wanted to get a better metric of everybody's already getting their roles, but now let's recognize those people that have all 10 roles. And yeah, we'll roll out some things as we move forward. Just like right now, all the whitelist opportunities are exclusively for AlphaBot holders. We'll roll out some things that are exclusive to faction masters. So yeah, if you've got the role, just sit tight. We'll open up that channel soon and start to unveil some things. So hang in there. Justin said, bro has a beer. Not yet. We talked about that earlier because I had a beer before we got started just to loosen my nerves. Oh, you do have your beer. Okay, there you go. Juices are flowing. Creative juices are flowing.
All right, we're gonna start on these. Like, I don't even know what to call them. Like the things that hold up. I'm looking at my iPad, by the way, for the sketch, but basically starting on these things, because I've got the room sort of started to be laid out. So here we go.
Yeah, and I'd pull that up every once in a while to remind people, what we're going for.
Mm-hmm.
Got a sketch, we're just bringing it to life. Carl Rex asked, what about a Lego AlphaBot? Can we see that collaboration?
Dude, I'd love that.
if the opportunity presents itself. But again, I say this all the time: the amount of legs that this project has, like that's an easy one right there too. Of making Lego versions of these things, and it's already like we already get that all the time, that these AlphaBots are very kid friendly, and that people who have kids, their kids really connect with this look. So, and people are asking for toys already too. So yes, Justin, this is just the beginning. I mean, we're weeks into this project, and there's people are starting to recognize all the potential that this has. So yeah, Lego, we're about it.
Come on, Lego, what are you doing? Don't be sleeping on us.
And this is a prime example of that hard surface modeling, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because you said it like when people were asking about the creation of the bots, you're like, hey, you just kind of start with a cube and then pull out the shapes and sides from there. And right here, you just started with a cylinder and you started pulling out the shapes from there, modeling it.
Oh yeah, it's fun. It's actually a very relaxing process. I've told you that, but it's just like so relaxing. You can just focus on something and know how to do it. It's the best.
It reminds me of like, people will, what is it called? Like when you throw clay on that thing that spins and then you make bowls and cups. And it's kind of like a digital version of that.
Yeah, pottery.
There we go.
I did a pottery class. That is also very fun, relaxing.
I'd be so down to try that. But what did everybody think about the weapons promo today, huh? And for those who were on the spaces yesterday, Justin and Rome got a little, all of our mods, but Justin and Rome got a little teaser of that and got a little bit of their reaction yesterday.
Yeah,
so
if y'all haven't come through Justin's space, y'all gotta.
You're missing out.
That's the place to be. I say that, and then I haven't been in there in a couple weeks because I've been working on these weapons. But
yeah. Oh, Calrex asked, do you mind sharing, do you both have other jobs, or is this full-time AlphaBot? So, yeah, we've talked about this a little bit before, too. Me and Travis were both freelancers before AlphaBots. He obviously did this. He was doing 3D work. And if you haven't, go to travisragsdale.com. Just go look at all the work he's done. He's worked with some amazingly big clients and done some awesome work. So he was a freelance 3D designer, motion designer, and then I did web development. But then, yeah, when we both had this, or had the idea for this project, presented it to CDC, and as soon as it got approved, we just stopped taking on work. So we closed out the projects that we had, and then now this is everything that we do. So we were in a lucky circumstance of not having to put in 2 weeks. We were kind of just like, no, thank you. We've got other things going on now. What is this called? So, hey, Cody, when you say legendary bots will have special perks, you mean bots with legendary attributes or special faction heads count too? So those with the legendary attribute, like if you're in CDC and you see the attribute and it's the legendary one, like mech arms, the guns, beta bots, jetpacks, anything like that, those are legendary attributes that will have the perks or buffs within the gamification. Will there be a similar amount of legendary attributes for weapons just like the bots?
Can't say yet.
Yeah, I was like, how do I answer that?
Secret time.
I will say there'll be something a little different compared to the AlphaBots with this one as it pertains to legendary things. But I think it's different for the better. So you'll see.
Okay, that's looking good.
Travis, you got a question. What keyboard, mouse / tablet are you modeling with? Very cool stuff.
I just have like, well, I have an iPad, but I'm guessing you're asking. I just have like basic like Logitech and Corsair. It's like I like the mechanical keyboards. I need to hear it in like the noise of it, so I do that. But I don't know. I've never been like super picky about the mouse. I just like have had this one for a while. I'm comfortable with it.
And what's funny about you with your keyboards, because I like to switch things up. I like to like evolve as new technology comes out. But Travis, he's stuck on that keyboard. He knows where the buttons are. He knows how hard to push them. And what you said when that one broke, you just immediately bought the same one again, and we're like, no.
Yeah, because every time I switch keyboards, I like have to get used to the spacing a little bit. So I'm always like afraid to switch because I'm like, then I'll have to like, get used to a new thing.
See, and I love change. I like when things can be a little bit different.
Can't all be like you, Cody.
Someone asked, are y'all creating a physical tokenized AlphaBot right now on screen? So no, but this will be minted. This is bringing to life one of the we had a backstory contest where everybody wrote a backstory for their AlphaBot. This was the winning AlphaBot. So Travis is bringing his story to life, and then he's going to animate it and make it like a little scene, and that's going to be minted and dropped to that holder. So they have like their story brought to life. Old Saint said, will ammo be an airdrop later? See, I feel like that's one of those questions, asking for a friend. That's one of those questions that was kind of like when we were first dropping the AlphaBots, everybody was like, we mentioned AlphaBots and then like the arena battles and stuff. Do you need to charge your AlphaBot? It's like, well, I know what you're saying. Like, yes, it's a robot. You need to charge it. There's gun. It needs ammo. Yes, but those variables aren't necessarily going to come into play within the gamification. So no, there won't be an airdrop of NFT ammo. I feel like that would just get a little too complex at that point and diluted. So no, it's not anything like that. Brendan said, dang boy, that Travis has a nice mustache. Yeah, it's like
Dallas Star.
Oh yeah. And you guys keep hearing me say he's a one-man Pixar studio. Now you get to kind of see what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Cody's pretty handsome. Thank you, Brendan. Thank you.
I feel pretty good.
We want a custom mustached AlphaBot. That's been a funny topic that's been brought up a few times of making a custom, or before we dropped the project, people were asking if mustaches would be an attribute.
It's my only regret in life.
I know, right? And to get an idea of what I mean when I say he's going to like animate this scene and that's what the NFT will look like. If you look at Travis's other work on crypto.com from his other 3 drops, specifically the one, there's like the Ethereum mine and then the Ethereum minting factory and then the art gallery. There's like those scenes. It's one perspective, but the whole scene kind of moves. It's gonna be something similar to that. Like he's making this scene and setting, and then they'll animate parts in it, maybe animate the camera movement. But kind of just bring the whole thing to life. Somebody asked, what's me and you's favorite weapon type?
Well, honestly, that favorite is the one I told you, my favorite like piece. But I can't really give that away right now. But
Yeah.
probably sidearm because of that. Because I really like the pieces.
Yeah. Yeah, the sidearms. The sidearms are cool. And see, I was actually gonna say just by general aesthetic, just looking at it, probably the swords. But
really, over axes, I love the axes too.
Well, yeah. Now that you say that, the axes are cool. I like the bladed ones.
Yeah, they're cool for sure.
How long did it take Travis to create all the bots in terms of hours? Any estimate?
Hours? I have no idea. I know it took, months of like working on them, but it's really tough to say hours.
Oh, here, maybe you can provide a perspective on this too. We were talking about it on the Spaces yesterday. Crypto Junior asked, because our logo, the main like icon is like a merchant head, and they were asking if there's any like, what's that about? And I was like, if I remember right, because yeah, it was that was like one of the first head units that we had when we started to put together the branding. So it felt like a good connection, and the shape of it just worked.
That was the first AlphaBot I ever made. Actually, I'll show this. This is kind of funny.
There we go. Oh, Nick's here. Nuclear Nick is here.
Oh, dang. This was the original. I'm really glad it didn't end up looking like this, but this was the first like test I ever did of any AlphaBot. It looks so strange.
Oh yeah, I remember.
He didn't have legs. It was originally the plan was no legs, I guess, but yeah, a little strange seeing that now. And then I moved to this was the next iteration, and then it just morphed from there. But those were like the initial style frames.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that was sometimes the things that you don't think would take long are the things that take the longest.
Well, I'm also like bantering with you too. Nuclear Nick, I'd love to be you right now, just like watching a story that you wrote now get brought to life in this way. Like, maybe I'm biased because obviously I'm me in this whole thing, but that's pretty cool.
Does anybody have any ideas on what, like, so in the story, Nick turns radioactive from the reactor, but he had to have a color scheme before. So I was planning on, let me hide this, having him like, as it's animating, like his colors will be like changing from like the radioactive back to like a metal or something. But I'd love to hear if anybody has any cool ideas for like what his original colors would have been before.
Yeah, and I told you earlier, but I like that idea because that's like the whole story is he's turning radioactive. So that being a part of the animation is really cool. Yeah, someone said plain silver. I was thinking about that too. It would be cool if he was just like an all chrome boy, but yeah, there's so many. Do you guys own any loaded lions? So Travis does. Travis has his. I'm still on the hunt for the one I want to get. Because part of me, like, I don't want to just get one off the floor. I want to get one that I really connect with. So I'm keeping my eye out. But then prices went up, and I was like, dang it. I should have bought one earlier. But now, I'm still looking. I want to get a loaded lion, but I want to get the right one. So some people are saying like a dull gray.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Someone said orange panel like Raid. Oh, this is original color should be that of the crow, blue and silver.
Ooh, that's cool.
That's not a bad idea. Yeah, Java. I would say iridescent black everything, but we got to try to break away from that a little bit. But you know me, I love the iridescent black. But yeah, you've already got the Crow blue and silver from the mods custom that they're using in Discord. So using that one again would be sick.
Although I will say iridescent black would be cool because you'd be able to see it like morphing pretty well.
You think? And someone just said pearlescent. You think you'd get the same effect from that too?
No, because the pearlescent is like, it's like light, and so is the bright parts. So I think a dark color, because then it could contrast well with like the bright radioactive, like glowing materials that like sneak through.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry if I make sound effects while I'm working. That's just something that happens sometimes.
Okay, we're chilling. I feel like all the people that would be active in Discord right now are in here, just like watching it, because it like halted after we went live. Black absorbs all colors, so it'll absorb the radiation. Yeah, and I'd be interested to hear from everybody, like because we debated doing this on Twitch or YouTube, but I think the obvious thing was doing it on YouTube because we're trying to grow that channel. But if you guys are Twitch people, I'd like to get like a read on that, so that if maybe we could do something specific for Twitch in the future.
Right.
But YouTube's pretty accessible because even if you don't have like in Twitch, you got to have your Twitch account set up to watch it. But in YouTube, you could just hop on here. So a little easier for the first time around.
That's cool.
But for those of you who are fuck Twitch, I get that. But for those of you who are interested in more of a tutorial type thing, go over to Travis's YouTube channel. He's got a couple of tutorials from like a year ago or so on how he does some things. So I've been bugging him to really get on top. This man's got a lot of wisdom. So bringing together a YouTube channel of tutorials, I bet there'd be a lot of people to watch it. But for the people that are sitting here and liking what they're seeing, they think it looks fun to do, but they don't really know what's happening. Go over to Travis's YouTube channel, watch one of his tutorials. He breaks it down a little bit better of what he's doing. And yeah, maybe we'll do some more things in the future of breaking down like how things are made.
Definitely.
When are we going to do community customs? So, yeah, we've talked about that a little bit of, we did some customs pre-drop. That was kind of like our exciting thing that everybody would love to have. So the customs that you see right now are all from influencers and people who won competitions before we dropped. And we plan to do some more customs in the future. We've got some that we need to take care of for some other people, but we want to open that up as like a reward, like similar to this. Like this is a reward from a competition, is getting your AlphaBot brought to life in this way. So yeah, having more customs in the future, or more things like this of getting custom like NFTs based around your AlphaBot. That's something we're thinking about as rewards too. Have the banners been sent to the owners? So no, not yet. I put up a tweet last week of the banners are about to enter the embroidery process. There's been a lot of back and forth with them, and them kind of like prepping everything to go, because again, we're getting 10 one-of-one banners made. So they have to set up the machine 10 different times, and they're estimating between 80 and 1,000, or 80 and 100,000 stitches per banner. So there's a lot of like prep work that's going in there, and then the background of it is being printed direct to garment, and then the AlphaBot design is actually being embroidered. So there's kind of like a two-step process, a lot of prep, but they're in the works. And as we get more things, like I want to post pictures of those so everybody can see how cool they are. But they haven't been sent out yet. And yeah, MandoBot got 5 of them. So half of them are going to MandoBot.
Makes the shipping a little easier.
Yeah, it makes it a little easier. Regarding the game, would it be a 2D arcade style game or a full 3D world type game? So neither, really. It's not going to be a game that you're controlling the bot and you're moving, jumping, aiming, shooting. It's not anything like that. The way that we've explained it is kind of think like Dungeons and Dragons or Magic the Gathering type thing of there's an interface that you'll be able to interact with your AlphaBots and now your weapons. And then they get put into this kind of game simulation. So we're going to break that down in more detail as we get closer to it to kind of explain, okay, well, here's how BattleBots Arena works and how this, I've been saying game mode. There's a game mode that we're coming out with first, and then that will expand as we open up more game modes within BattleBots Arena. So it's going to be web-based, so you'll be able to access it from that. That gives us the ability that people can access it from their phone and from desktop to kind of get it out there and get people into that game and experiencing all of that. But then the opportunity to expand it into a bigger game from there, we'll take that where it comes. But to get a really good game put together, that takes time and a big budget, and we didn't want to blow this entire budget on a video game. The game that we're coming out with is an aspect of this entire community. So all of that's going to be explained in more detail as we get past the weapons drop. So it's kind of think about it, chapter 2, weapons drop, then gamification. So yeah, and all of that will be explained in more detail when we get there and how it works. But having an AlphaBot and having these weapons are kind of the first step into the gamification. But going forward, I mean, it's not like because we've got this question a lot too of what if like there's a new collector and they want to get in, they get an AlphaBot and then they have to buy a weapon in order to participate. The way I've answered that is like, if you're participating in these battles, then I mean, yes, it would make sense that you could go in there just bare fists, but if you're going up against somebody with a weapon, you're going to get what you get. But that's where I use the phrase game mode, because there's that version, and yes, the weapons will be used there, but then there'll be other things that expand in the future and open it up to more people, and we can kind of go from there. So just keep an eye out. We're getting started on. Well, that's already in motion. Like this first iteration, we're already moving on it. But once we get there, then we'll bring out the next version and the next version and just build it up from there. So in these games, what would one win? Would it be like a ranking thing or a money thing or recognition, etc.? So, I mean, a little combination of all of that. You know, if you compete, then you're going to be rewarded. And I don't want to. I'm kind of teetering around that. I don't want to explain that in too much detail right now. But by participating, you will earn. And we're not classifying ourselves as a play to earn game. It's not anything. You're not going to, by playing this game, you then earn bot token that's worth X amount of crow. You know, we're not doing anything like that. But by participating, yes, people will be rewarded, and they'll have opportunities to earn other NFTs or other experiences or other things like this, or even cash prizes. It'll differ. It's gonna depend on the competition and what's happening. But yes, the people who participate will earn more things. Any chance to airdrop custom AlphaBot to Master Faction? Not right now. I mean, that's not in the pipeline, but there will be things for these faction masters once we open up that channel and actually lay out some perks and benefits for faction masters. But that'll be like an ongoing thing as the project continues to grow and we get opportunities that we can provide to the community. Then yeah, like if you're a faction master, you're one of those collectors. You're like a high level collector because you've got a bot from each faction. So you know, if this were a tiered thing, you've got that's like top tier, and then it goes to holders, and then just general community members. So it'll definitely pay off to be a faction master because it gives you more access to more opportunities. But it'll be an ongoing thing. So since we just introduced that role this week, you know, we're going to open up the channel shortly so that faction masters can talk amongst each other, and then we'll offer some things to those community members specifically. But no, not all faction masters are going to get airdropped to custom, at least right now. Are you guys planning on having lots of airdrops after the weapon drop? So yes, but what I talked about in the spaces yesterday is that there's a fine line to walk of you don't want to oversaturate the collection. So that's where we feel like this airdrop that we're doing right now, the weapon is an addition to the original NFT. It's not like it's now 10,000 new AlphaBots and it kind of dilutes the collection. So yes, there will be other expansions that we plan to put out that will have utility within other areas of the project, within the gamification or the lore. But as time goes on, you know, we gotta walk a fine line of don't just put things out because we got to put them out. There's got to be like that want and that need for it. Because we've been asking since we've mentioned weapons, people are like, is there going to be armor? Are we going to get vehicles? You know, those are some obvious expansion packs that could happen. It would just need to make sense for everything else that we've got going on. So, but yes, there will be other airdrops. This is not the only airdrop this project is ever going to do. This is the first airdrop that we're doing. So. See, will owning different weapons give you another Discord role like arms dealer? See, I've been thinking about that, especially with NG. Nobody's beat him yet. He's our top collector. Last I heard, he's got 114 AlphaBots. So that means that NG is going to get 114 weapons, which in my eyes would classify him as 100% an arms dealer. So, but that's a good point. If somebody's got a weapon from each type or each power source, does that get them a different role? Something like arms dealer. We didn't think about that, but I like where your head's at with that, especially if you own like a specific amount of weapons being considered an arms dealer. But at the same time, somebody could just have those weapons because they're building up their arsenal. They're not really wheeling and dealing. So maybe that's not the best name, but I like where your head's at.
I hate octagons.
Somebody said getting hungry. Travis is draining spaghetti. I remember watching you with those tubes.
Oh yeah, these spaghetti.
Yeah, and see some animal bots. You know, like, could it happen? Sure, but does it need to happen? That's a whole other question. Animal bots. That'd be funny.
Alpha babes.
Did we say alpha babes? Well, see, I feel like we did well on that because it is robots that automatically takes the sex out of it. So it's not like we have to make a male and female collection. There's, any of these AlphaBots could be male or female, or they could be non-binary. They're robots. They can be whatever you want them to be.
Yeah, I think the cool thing about that, it's sort of the reason we did one of the reasons we did the backstory contest is just like allowing you to, choose who your bot is in a way. It's just kind of a cool aspect, I think. Okay.
If you win a battle, would we ever get the option of keeping the weapon from the bot that we just destroyed?
That would be ruthless.
That would be ruthless. And I think that would go against, or not against, but that'd be hard with ownership of NFTs. It's like you beat them and then now you have to transfer the NFT. You guys could do pink slips if you guys are into car racing. You guys could put your pink slips on the line with like the ownership of your AlphaBot, but no, you don't get, for the bots that you killed, you do not get to take their bounty. Any famous / influencers shown interest already, or any upcoming collaborations in the works? So not directly. I mean, we don't have any celebrity that's publicly behind this right now. But we're also in a position of, because I've talked about this a lot. We've now that we've sold out this project and it's like a big staple in CDC, it allows us to have conversations with people that we wouldn't have before. And there's been people offering, like, people that know friggin' Paul Rudd, let's just say. Not actually Paul Rudd, but there's access of people saying they know these celebrities. But my whole thing is, I don't just want a celebrity that we're basically paying off to say something about AlphaBots, and then we make them a custom, and then nothing ever comes from it again. I don't want to pay for a celebrity endorsement. I want it to kind of come naturally, or if it makes sense. Well, I guess one celebrity, but it's also because he's another project on CDC. But Aloe Black, he's a award-winning, or Grammy. He won, right? Grammy award-winning singer-songwriter. But he's got his project on CDC, Beatheads. But we've talked with them and we've done some collaborations with them. So I think having him in the space will help open those doors up in the future. But as far as I know right now, no, there's not a celebrity that's publicly claiming AlphaBots. Is there AlphaBot hospitals? Because I'm going to put a ton of bots in them. That's what the healers are for, All Saint. About BattleBots Arena, will be only 1v1, or will it be possible to create teams among various holders or friends? So I've gotten this question before. And the way I answer it is I think of that like 1v1, 3v3, red versus blue, free for all. All of those are different game modes, just as they would be in normal games. So coming out the gate, what we put out first with BattleBots Arena, there's going to be this one game mode. And again, we're dancing around that right now, not really explaining what that is. Oh, there's Louis, famous Louis. But once we expand it, because there are going to be those other game modes, I do want to have that of, okay, it is kind of like an open platform and people could load into a lobby and okay, Justin can go against Richard, and it is what it is. But to come out the gate, no, there's not going to be 1v1 or something like that. But so we'll explain what that game mode is, but it's a common game mode. It's not anything like off the beaten path too much. But yeah, to answer your question, things like that will come in the future. Will there be an announcer bot role? Oh man, there's some stuff I'm working on with that. So we'll see. Are you doing / spending any money on marketing at the moment, making ads for Insta or just relying on word of mouth? So the marketing arm of this, that's kind of like something we're talking about right now. When we first dropped, we kind of got to leverage CDC because that's a part of being in partnership with them. Is they were running some of the marketing arm, and obviously being on their platform is big exposure. So now since post drop, our priority right now has been doing the drop, rolling out the start of the lore, now getting out this airdrop and getting gamification. So along with that, and I mean, me and Travis have talked about it a few times. I definitely want to start running some paid ads, but also doing some other just marketing opportunities because I don't want to just run paid ads for the sake of running paid ads, but I know how important that is in getting the word out there. But I also want to explore other marketing opportunities or exposure opportunities, guerrilla marketing style things. But also, there's a lot of conversation we're trying to have with CDC about the things that they're doing to get exposure with the NFT platform and how we can go along with them with that and do things in that light. So again, I can't really say too much there, but yes, are we actively right now running our own paid ads? No, CDC is still running those ads, but we're going to be doing some of our own and also looking for other exposure opportunities. But again, right now it's a lot of foundation setup. Like I said, we did the drop. We've got chapter 1 out. Chapter 2 is about to come out. This airdrop is about to come out, and then this gamification. So then we'll have a firm foundation to have like bigger conversations with marketing opportunities and also things to bring people to. Because right now you can come and buy an AlphaBot and get involved into the community right there with those NFTs. But then once we have more to offer, there'll be more to market. So bigger things like that are coming. As the brand builds up, you think CDC can land the project a deal with Lego? Again, that's one of those things, like having them as a partner in this whole thing opens a lot of doors for us. So I don't know if somebody on CDC side knows anybody at Lego and can make that connection. Great. But they've already connected us with quite a few cool people. We're just kind of working out what that would be. There's a lot going on behind the scenes there, but all you've been seeing from our side right now is what we've been working on for the project. But there's a lot going on behind the scenes of how to grow it and expand it and get it in front of more eyes. Did we have to pay a premium to be on the front page of CDC? No, we're just a curated drop. So we partnered with CDC for this drop, and that's why we're shown on the homepage. At least for our drop, like up in the header, we were up there because obviously we're a curated drop from CDC, so they wanted to bring exposure to that. But everything down below, where it's like top collections and top creators, those are just based on stats. Those are the numbers. So we didn't pay for that. This is looking good, Ragsdale.
forgot I'm still muted because my dog was acting like, ooh. There we go. Gotta love him. But do you? Yeah, you do.
Yeah, and everything you guys are seeing right now, this is just like the working view. Nothing's textured or anything, and that's pretty obvious. But this is like the working view. So once it gets a little further, and we start getting into like the Octane side of things, you get to see what this is looking like if it were to be rendered. Once he starts lighting it and texturing everything. But right now, it's all setting up the scene, modeling, getting things in place. Were you guys selected after applying to mint on CDC to then become a curated NFT drop on their platform, or did you apply separately for this? I'm curious to how projects become curated. So I feel like our answer is a little unique because Travis has done previous drops from CDC. They actually contacted him because of previous drops that he did on Foundation and Maker's Place. So he kind of already had a presence, and they asked him to come to a drop on CDC. And after doing 3 of those drops, we came to them with the idea of this 10K AlphaBot collection. So we kind of already had a connection there to have that conversation. But I've had a lot of people ask me that because they want to be curated projects on CDC. And just looking at other projects that are coming out right now, it was kind of they had the concept together, and then they reached out to the right people, just going through the Twitter channels or finding out who actually is somebody at CDC that, and I don't want to put them on blast right now and be like, go talk to this person, but just do your research. The point being is you got to get their attention. You've got to be doing something that'll capture like their attention and get in the door with them and pitch them the idea, and then maybe they'll sign you and be a curated drop on the platform. But in our case, it was already a previous relationship. It was kind of right timing type thing. Is there a specific reason why most drops are 10K? Why not smaller or even bigger numbers? So there's both, because I know for a while, like a year ago, the whole 8,888, that was the number. And then people rounded it up to 10,000. But then there's collections like Invisible Friends, and they do 5,000. And then like Beatheads, they're doing 10,808. So you could do as many as you want. I feel like 10,000 has kind of just become the like a good number to start with. And in our case, it's a common thing, and it allowed us, with all the attributes that we had created, we wanted enough diversity. So 10,000 felt like the correct amount. But I mean, it's up to you. You could do as many as you want, as many or as little as you want. Your MacBook Pro from 2011, yes, it would definitely explode if you tried to run Cinema 4D on that.
Yeah,
Nick, after this, you better make sure your bot is not listed, because I'm sure somebody's going to try and scoop that to get their hands on this. What were you going to say?
Yeah, I don't think Mac even supports Octane, or they do, but it's just really, really bad.
Right. But you can use Cinema 4D on Octane, right? You would just then use like Redshift as your renderer?
Yeah.
Or...
Well, yeah, it's different renderers, but I think they support Mac now, but they didn't for a long time, and it was garbage.
Garbage. When will we see an AlphaBot Super Bowl commercial. Man, you're telling me that would be fun, wouldn't it? Well, actually, it was like 3 years ago now, Travis. You did some graphics that were played in the Super Bowl. They were like some 3D like pulling up player stuff that was laid on top of the field.
Yeah, I did. It was for the Super Bowl. What was it? The 50th anniversary. I did like some graphics for the augmented reality like pre-show. That was pretty cool. I also did NFTs for this year for Pepsi.
Oh yeah, that's right. Travis made the Pepsi NFTs for the Super Bowl.
Halftime show, Pepsi NFTs. That was like one of my last projects actually before I switched over to the right side. I was gonna say the dark side, but this is way better than client work. So,
are you guys thinking on burning bots in the future? No, we've talked about this because that was kind of a conversation when we first started putting out the weapons of will people like get NFTs of their bots with their weapons, and that opened up the whole conversation. I mean, if we did that, we'd have to like make a new NFT, and now you have your bot, your weapon, and this NFT with your bot holding that weapon. But then what would happen if you sold that bot? You know, then why is this NFT here? Or if you sold that weapon, why do you have that in it? So, and then you get into the concept of burning. Like, yes, you could burn this AlphaBot and this weapon to get a new NFT with those things together, but we don't want to burn any bot from the original collection. We don't want to do that. So the concept of burning as it pertains to these weapons or things in the future, it's not anything on our roadmap right now because the way that burning works isn't anything that we want to do. But if it ever evolves in the future and does make sense, then I'm not completely cutting it out. But how it stands right now, burning's not fitting into what we're doing.
Can't burn my babies.
No, can't burn them. The bots with broken arms question. Yeah, so the bots with broken arms, how are they going to carry weapons? So that's one of those things too, at least in my mind, that I equate it to, like, will we have to charge our AlphaBot before it can go back into battle? Or do we have to get more ammo for our gun before we continue to shoot? The broken arms on the bots was just an aesthetic thing for the stylistic thing for as a cool attribute for the AlphaBots, and it's like a rare attribute to have the broken arms. So no, they don't have a disadvantage in the battle bots. We're just going to pretend that they can use the weapons in the
maybe
game.
They use like telepathy or something.
Yeah, maybe something like that. But no, that would be kind of shitty of us if we did that. Okay, if you got a bot with broken arms, you can't compete. Like, I get it. Functionally, yes, that wouldn't work. But no, we're not doing anything. If you have broken arm bots, you're completely fine.
Aesthetic choices have to be made. You also wouldn't technically have a bot that was made of wood.
Right.
But it's a cool aesthetic thing to do. So, or also, I think the idea of there being 10,000 unique sentient prototype robots in the first place is already kind of.
Yeah, we're already off the beaten path, and there's no such thing as Valorite crystal. That's how that works. Someone said, "What's your next project, Travis?" I'm going to answer that. Not right now. AlphaBots is his next project. But realistically, yeah, going forward, I mean, it would be fun to do another project of some sort, but I think we positioned it well here that, like, these weapons, it allows you to do something different but under the same umbrella.
Yeah, I mean, the next project would be like the weapons and then further airdrops and expansions. But if I was to do another sort of art center drop like my past drops on CDC, I think I would definitely do something where AlphaBot holders get some kind of whitelist or something like that. But have just been focusing on this, so I haven't really given too much thought into that. But I'd love to do another sort of just art project, unrelated, but.
What is this I hear about staking your NFT? I'm kind of revealing how to. So, I mean, staking is a thing. We don't have staking in our project because, again, that's kind of one of those just hot topics right now. Same thing with like there's staking, burning. There's other like ways that you can use or not use or transfer your NFTs in different ways or earn differently from your NFTs. So, you know, staking, at least in my mind, with NFTs is a little different than if you were staking with actual cryptocurrency, because when you're doing with the cryptocurrency, you're putting aside you're staking it here. You're like, okay, I'm leaving it here, so thus you're going to pay me a percentage every quarter, every year, whatever it is, for leaving my money there. As it pertains to an NFT, especially in our case, you know, I don't know, it doesn't make sense for what we're doing for you to stake it with us, because we're not gonna. There's no passive income earning bot coin that you can trade in for Crow. You know, we're not doing anything like that. So, you know, we haven't said anything about staking because we're not doing that. But look more into it if that's something that you're interested in, and look how other projects are doing it. Bots with broken arms can have a magnetic attraction to the weapon. Exactly. They know they're broken, so before they go into the BattleBots arena, they put on these little thingies that allow them to hold it. We'll run with that. The homie says, "Win merch store." Man, yeah, we were just talking about that yesterday. Yeah, it's in the works. Getting designs together, figuring out fulfillment, getting the store set up. It's unfolding. We're getting there, but we know that's a hot topic, and I know me and Travis would love some new hoodies, so we're getting there. It's coming sooner rather than later too. I want to get that out soon, but you know, right now, obviously the hot topic is weapons, and then behind the scenes working on this gamification. But merch is coming. I don't want to wait too much longer on that. I promise. How will you incentivize non-bot holders to buy the weapons? So I kind of touched on this earlier a little bit of, you know, if you want to compete in BattleBots Arena and, you know, be involved from that perspective, then buy a weapon. I feel like that's the incentive right there. Is if you want to play the BattleBots Arena game and have the opportunity to earn other NFTs or opportunities or whatever you want to do there, then you'll need a weapon in order to win and earn. So I feel like, you know, that alone right there is the incentive. But as we go forward, I mean, there'll be other expansions that we put out that they don't necessarily relate to BattleBots Arena. They start to expand into this side of AlphaBot Society. So I think that's where going forward, when there are newer holders or people that are thinking about getting into the project and they see how diverse it is, and they see it as like a big investment to buy, all right, an AlphaBot and then a weapon and then a X and a Y and a Z. You know, it just depends on how involved you want to be. You know, you can get involved. And we are also talking about things in the future, because say it does get to the point that an AlphaBot is $5,000 or $10,000, let's say, you know, that's a lot of money for a lot of people. So how can they be involved without actually owning an AlphaBot? There's things that we're exploring there of how to open the community to allow other people to be involved, but obviously holders would reap different benefits. But that's, you know, another topic. So incentivizing people to buy weapons, it's just if you want to battle, you know, get a weapon. But if you don't really care to battle, you just want to participate in the lore and the other competitions alongside of that, then you can do that too. You don't need a weapon to be involved in everything we've got going on. Any idea of window time frame of when we can see our bots in motion? So I feel like this is one of those instances of bringing a bot to life, and this was from a competition. This is this is an award or a reward from winning a competition. So there'll be opportunities like that in the future.
Probably more referring to like game ready bots.
That would make sense too.
It's in the works, I think. I mean, that is something that I'm definitely like aspiring to do. Takes a lot to get different models like that many different models, and generate that many different playable characters. It's not out of the realm of possibility, but I would definitely expect, like, at the point where we have some sort of metaverse or playable game where you have a bot that you're wearing, before it gets to the point where everybody's bot is a character, it would be, you know, you're playing as like Raid or Fora or somebody from the lore, because, you know, rigging and getting like the bots game ready for 10,000 bots is quite a feat. So it's gonna take a bit of time before we see that.
I said, so am I gonna need some bot vehicles? I need a hoopty for my bot baddies. See, and you just mentioned what I was just talking about, like those other like vehicles. Someone mentioned armor. You know, there's all vehicles too. That is an obvious route to go down. It's just when we unveil that, people are going to ask, just like with the weapons. We can airdrop the weapons, but then people are going to be like, all right, well, what do we do with these? It'd be the same thing if we introduce vehicles. We have to have something lined up for you to do with the vehicles, or how they come into play. So those are what I'm talking about. If we got to get those things set up and they play into other things that are in the roadmap, but they're obvious expansions that can happen.
Let's see this second version.
Can we get a contest or raffle where maybe 25 to 50 winners get a custom car sticker of their favorite AlphaBot? So something like that, stickers, is something that I want to have in the merch store. And again, it's hard when there's 10,000 unique ones and then you need a sticker of your specific one, because then that gets costly for getting maybe like 1 to 10 printed for one order out of 10,000 different bots. So that's one of those things we got to figure out the logistics, especially like with people that want merch with their bot on it. But if we provide the way to get it, there's all those different designs to then get made. So is that something we eventually want to have in a better way for somebody to get their bot, their specific bot on all of these items? Yes. And it would be in a small batch like that. Like you said, 25 to 50, that'd be a better way to do that. As opposed to offering all 10,000 on the site. But bar stickers of AlphaBot related things or faction related things, those are very doable. But yeah, we want to provide more like opportunities for custom things from your AlphaBot. So what do you say? If I am, and I actually am a master, we win extra or more NFTs faster in the arena. We're teetering into something that I would then start like describing the mechanics, and I don't want to go down that route. But it's not going to be like a washout of somebody because I was given this example of if somebody's got 2 bots but 20 weapons. Can those bots like 10 and 10? Those bots have 10 and 10, and then it's like the combined power level of all your 10 weapons. It's not going to be anything like that. It's going to be like, even if you own 1 AlphaBot and 1 weapon, you could go up against somebody who's got 100 AlphaBots and 100 weapons, but it's not going to be like 1 to 100. And again, we're teetering in the territory of things I don't want to explain right now or can't explain right now, but it'll be faction masters don't get like like a big perk over everybody else as it pertains into the arena, and that'll make more sense when we unveil how those things work.
Looking good. Get all those details in there. Okay.
What projects have you worked on in the past? Travis, I feel like this is more of a you question.
Well, in NFT stuff, I've done 2 other drops on CDC, and then a few sort of one-on-one drops on other platforms. And then, I mean, client work, you gotta just go to my site. There's all my client work stuff for Google and Spotify, OGO, Visa, Callaway, Jaeger.
Facebook.
Yeah, now that I'm not like really doing client work, I can tell you that Jaeger is disgusting. I had to pretend I liked it when I did that project, but
yeah, I don't like Jaeger.
Not a fan. It tastes really bad. So, Cody, I'm thinking these like electricity like connection points probably will come down from here from the ceiling and like connect in the center like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Because I also need to have like a gate and some
yeah
stuff.
You're gonna put up like a little gate right there.
Yeah, so I could probably do, let me get the steps first.
Can you have more weapons than bots? I mean, technically, yes. Like if you have 10 bots right now and then come airdrop date, you get 10 weapons and then you sell 9 bots, then yeah, you technically own 1 AlphaBot and 9 weapons or 10 weapons. But when we get into the gamification, your AlphaBot can't use all 10 weapons all at the same time. So it's, play it how you want to play it. But yes, ideally, yes, you can have more weapons than bots. Can we legally make products with our bots on them? So yes, and I've answered this question for somebody who reached out. The main thing to take away from that, and again, if I'm not a lawyer, so maybe get a lawyer to fully break down what the IP usage is, but boiling it down is you can use your artwork. You can't use the AlphaBot brand or the AlphaBot logo, or say anything AlphaBots. It's just you own that piece of artwork, so you can do whatever you want with that artwork. But you can't make derivative NFT projects out of it. But you own that piece of artwork, so you could use it as a logo. You could put it like in the example of the guy who did the Bored Ape restaurant. He called it Bored and Hungry. So yes, the board relates to Bored Apes, but other than that, it's just the artwork in there. Bored and Hungry. It's a restaurant. Everything else was off the beaten path, but he's just using that artwork.
Yeah, Snoop and his son are doing a weed like strain called Bored Eighth.
Bored Eighth.
Yeah, with their Bored Ape on it. So similar kind of thing.
Cody, what sort of stuff have you done in the past? So
nobody really knows, but you're low-key a crazy talented artist as well.
Thank you.
Does anybody want to see a Cody drop on CDC? Maybe.
Maybe we'll get there. But right now, I'm so deep at this.
Yeah.
But before that, like I said earlier, I was a web developer. So I do like front end web design, and actually, if you go to the bottom of the AlphaBot's website, at the very bottom in the footer, it says website built by Silo. Built by Silo is my web agency. So you can see some of my past work, and then that'll lead you to my Behance page, and you can see some of that work. But boom, right there.
Some pretty cool sites on here.
So I do like web development, branding. I still have some projects that I need to put up here that I haven't.
Yeah, like maybe I don't know, this site.
The AlphaBot site, yeah. And the one cool one that I like to brag about is if any of you guys are skateboarding fans, and you know Nigel Houston, his brand or his new skate brand Disorder, our buddy Elijah did the branding and a lot of the first 8 or so deck designs. He doesn't do board designs for them anymore, but then he got me in there to do the website. So if you buy a board from Disorder Skateboards, yeah, it's nothing special, but you know it's cool because it's with Nigel Houston. So
yeah, it's pretty
got
cool.
brought to do that website.
Okay, let's see.
Are the weapons going to be airdropped for free, or are they going to be something that we have to mint and pay for? So they are free to AlphaBot holders. There's 10,000 weapons, 10,000 AlphaBots. So for however many AlphaBots you own, that's how many weapons you get. So it's completely free airdrop to holders.
All right. All right, just an update, because everybody's probably like, what's taking so long? I have to do the guardrail and then the nodes, and then I'm going to start texturing, which is the...
All right. But you see what I'm talking about, guys? What? We've been an hour and a half, and he's already got this whole scene in here. And yeah, Javo said almost done. Well, it's not quite almost done, but yeah, it looks like a lot is in there, right? He's got this whole scene in here. You can actually see Nuclear Nick in this reactor area. It's coming together.
Yeah, the phases of like putting something like this together would be, you know, model and like design, and then texture and lighting, and then animation. Or you could do animation before you do like the texturing, but yeah, so we're almost done with the modeling phase.
And someone said, just checking, the airdrop is completely random. So somebody with the worst AlphaBot could get the best weapon.
Yeah.
First comment to that, there is no worst AlphaBot. They're all AlphaBot. But yes, to answer your question, it's completely random. So somebody, like if somebody's got, like Mando, he's got purely legendary bots. He's not going to get purely legendary weapons. It's all completely random. Will legendary bots get legendary weapons as well? Well, no, that's what I was just saying. If you have a legendary bot, you're not guaranteed a legendary weapon. But for your question, what will be the perks? We'll go into full detail on what that is when we announce. But the easiest way to think about it is, I mean, if your bot already has guns on its back and then it's walking into battle with another gun, you know, you're a little bit more powerful. So we want to kind of give a nod to those AlphaBots that have those. You know, it comes into play when we're battling. But like we were saying from the beginning, like when other things open up, you know, if the example I made is if you're a football player and you're decked out and you're full pads, helmet, and everything, that's great if you're playing football. But if you're going to dinner with your girlfriend, that has nothing. You being decked out in football gear has nothing to do with that situation. So
what is that comparison?
What?
It's the most random comparison I've ever heard. I mean, it works.
But it makes sense because, like, if you have guns on your back and you're going into battle, great, you're good to go. But if you have guns on your back and you're going to play chess, that has guns that have nothing to do with that. So yes, and since this first thing that we're putting out is battle bots, then yes, the people with weapons already on their bots have a little bit of perk. So
can we see another sneak peek of the weapons for the fan that's here?
Oh man, we could, couldn't we?
I gotta find the one that's...
Yeah, look for it on the side.
Yeah.
How do I know if I have a legendary bot? Go look at your bot and look at its attributes. There's an attribute called legendary, but the easiest way to tell is if your bot has like a weapon or mech arms or a jetpack or a beta bot, like something extra that the other bots don't have. Those are the legendary attributes. How long will it take to release the ranking table? Are we talking hours or days? Hours, baby. We released the ranking table just a few hours after our drop, so we're going to do the same thing with the weapons. We're going to let it drop, let everybody start to see them, and do that whole thing, and then just later that day we'll drop it on the site so everybody can kind of see what they're working with.
Over here looking for a weapon to show.
Ooh. Travis, you make everything seem too easy. I know, right? I've been watching him do this for a long time, and he just whips it up so quickly.
Oh, with that?
Well, just like everything that you're doing, you've got a rhythm.
It's relaxing, I'm telling you.
Yeah. What time on the 25th? So and this is a good point because we mentioned it in the announcement, but we haven't talked about it yet. So there's not going to be a prior snapshot date. It's just at 6 a.m. CST of the 25th is when the weapons are going to start to roll out. So from the CDC side, they have to take a snapshot like a few hours before that to have the list of people to drop them to. So just know that the weapons are going to start rolling out at 6 a.m. CST. So just be prepared. I mean, we've been saying this for weeks now that weapons are coming, and now you've got a whole other week to prepare. And we just there's no snapshot. There's no 2 dates. There's 1 date. Just worry about the 1 date and be prepared for that. How long has Travis been doing this? How long have you been doing this, Travis?
So I started doing 3D as like a hobby when I was a kid. When I was like 12. So like didn't start professionally until later than you'd think. Me and Cody and some other friends from our media school that we went to started a design branding agency in Dallas. So we did that out of high school, and then I started doing a lot of like animation stuff at the agency and for like clients, and started posting personal work. Probably 16, Cody?
Yeah, that sounds about right. When you started really diving into the 3D stuff.
Yeah, and so I've been doing it professionally for 8 years or so, but I've been doing it a while. Like I said, I started when I was a kid. All right, I got a weapon I can show.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna do it quick though.
I'm gonna do it quick. Oh!
Pretty nice.
Way to get him going.
Justin's trying to spook you, dude. Someone's walking in the back.
Oh, that's my girlfriend, my lovely lady. She just got home.
Nice.
Y'all need a website with Spanish translation? Yeah, that's actually a big thing I'm thinking about for these next chapters. Because once we get more chapters on the site, want to put them up there in text and have them translated. So that's something I was actually going to reach out to the community about when we're ready to do that. So yeah, if people want to be translators, just keep an eye on the Discord, and I'll reach out about it soon. But I do want to translate these more.
Yeah.
Are you going to introduce a coin when you launch the game? No, we talked about that earlier. And I feel like that tokenomics, staking, burning, those are all just like hot topics right now, but it doesn't pertain to really what we're doing. And a coin just complex things because yes, you have this coin, but it's backed by Crow. So if you want to cash out, you'd have to cash out to Crow and then Crow to dollars. And it's cool. It's something cool, but it doesn't really make sense for what we're doing. So no, don't expect a bot.
Stairs, and then we're moving on to texturing.
Jack says, was that gold or yellow? A little bit of both. There was gold, but it had the yellow power source, which if you look at our announcement,
that wasn't gold.
It wasn't gold? It looked gold. Oh no, it was the
don't say it.
Never mind.
Can't believe Jax didn't catch that. Thank you, David.
How many bots do you own? I've got 4, 3 iridescence, and then 1 left over from what I minted. Travis, how many do you
know? I think
8 or so.
Like, yeah, 6, 7, 8, something like that. I love my bots.
And for those who weren't here in the beginning, Travis he's speaking at a Maxon event next week, and he's going to be it'll be like this. He'll be working and kind of giving people a tutorial, but the whole topic is basically on AlphaBots and how he created the rig setup that's in Cinema 4D of creating all the attributes and then plugging them up into an espresso rig and then pumping in data that will pick the configurations and then rendering them out. So he's spilling trade secrets about everything AlphaBots next week in Las Vegas.
But hey, if anybody's interested in making their own project,
yeah,
it's something to tune into. Definitely a little bit of a learning curve, but anybody can do it. It just takes time.
Mm-hmm. I'm a big process guy, so I'm enjoying watching this too.
Especially with the lo-fi.
Oh, I know, yeah.
Just lo-fi music in the background. Yeah, I was listening to a lot of like heavy bass, like bass music, like night bass, like AC Slater, while I was making the weapons. Dude, that got me like revved up.
Yes, Aaron, this is being recorded, so you can watch it later. After we get done streaming, it'll be available on our on the
YouTubes.
And yeah, we did hit 6 million volume traded today. Wait, was that today that we hit that, or at least today?
It was like last night.
Oh, today I recognized it. So yes, big achievement, guys.
Yay.
Justin said you can watch it right now. That's funny. Is this going to be a part of the drop on the 25th? No, this is a custom art piece for the person who won our backstory contest. They wrote a backstory on their AlphaBot about this character whose name is Nuclear Nick. So Travis is bringing to life their story, and this will be minted and dropped to that winner. But no, this isn't a part of the weapons airdrop.
Is Nick still in here?
I haven't heard him or seen him say something in a second, but he wasn't here for a while.
Nice.
Miho said, "What can we do as a community to help bring more exposure?" I mean, just keep doing what we're doing, guys. I mean, if you look at Nakamaru's charts, like it's a steady growth up. Like I know it seems slow when you're looking at it every single day or you're lost in the Twitter feed. And oh yeah, Nick is here. What up, Nick? You know, I feel like I can't say you guys need to do this better or this better. Like we're just,
honestly, looking at that is a good way to sort of know what to do. That's a good, like, I love we call him like the weatherman.
Yeah.
But that's a good reference of like, hey, here's good techniques to improve the project and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and that actually reminds me. Yeah, me and Nakamaru are going to do a space next week. He's hosting it to kind of talk about the project from that standpoint. What are the numbers showing? And then me to come in there and just kind of talk about the project as a whole. But just being able to look at the project unbiasedly, like yes, we all think it's great and it all looks good, but how is it actually performing in the market? You know, you can look at the analytics channel in our Discord, and we have Nakamaru who does his analysis and kind of gives a clear view of, okay, what are the numbers showing us about the project? And the project is healthy. It's a steady growth right now. So as far as community members, I mean, just stay involved, be involved in these things, share these things out. Tell all your friends about CDC NFT and that AlphaBots is the one to buy. You know, I think we just keep doing what we're doing. And like what I was saying earlier, all the things that we're doing right now with Chapter 2 coming out, the weapons being airdropped, and then the gamification, that's setting up so much foundation for everything that our project is about. So like when those things are in place, there's so much for new people to come in and experience. Right now, it's all the hype, and they can see obviously the 10,000 AlphaBots and know that this is a good time to get in because of all these things that are coming. But imagine what's going to happen when these things are out, and like this is the community, this is the ecosystem. You know, it's only going to expand from there and get more eyes on it. Yeah, delisting too. Actually, that's a very good point. Delist. And for those of you who might not know what delisting is, that means just don't have your bot for sale.
All right, that's the stairs, ladies and gentlemen, and bots. So, I still have to do the things. I'll pose him first, and then we can get onto that. Well, I should probably do that first. Shouldn't be too hard. Okay.
How long have you been working on it? So what, we're at an hour and 50 minutes. So he's been working on this for an hour and 50 minutes, a little under 2 hours, and we're this far.
Yeah, thanks for everybody hanging out too. It's fun for me. Normally I'm just doing this in silence.
How long have you had the AlphaBot idea in your head before all of this?
Me and Cody
When was that?
Well, we've been tossing it around about doing a PFP project for a while, and then it kind of became a reality, fall of last year, sometime October, November. Or became a reality. That was the idea officially around that time.
Mm-hmm.
This is Cinema 4D, Aaron. Maxon Cinema 4D. Pretty cool. A lot of people use Blender. It's also a great software. I don't use it. I used to, but not a lot of commercial work uses that program, so I didn't really adopt it. But so this Blender's free and it's really powerful. So if you're interested,
I'm gonna grab a drink real quick.
hey, cleaning your garage, that can be a task. So what kind of refreshments will AlphaBots be able to enjoy? Oh, you're muted still, Cody.
Hello.
WD-40.
Yeah, what kind of refreshments? I was trying to think of a clever tie into Miller Lite, but bot related. I don't know. WD-40, of course. Yeah. WD 40 ounce. Yeah. Colby just said minor light. That's funny.
I wish I didn't laugh so hard at that as I did. That's cool.
Minor light. You're getting a couple LOLs. My girlfriend's clever sometimes. But she's always beautiful.
Oh. Wow, what a sweet guy.
Oh, yeah. Any plan on AlphaBot gathering? Yeah, in one way or another. I was talking about that earlier with CDC doing events or us trying to get more exposure through event type things. Or going to these NFT events and stuff like that. So yeah, that's definitely in the horizon. And if anybody's in Las Vegas, Travis is going to be there next weekend. So maybe if you ask him nicely, we have to meet up. Have you ever watched Real Steel? Very similar. Yeah. Who sent me that the other day? Oh no, I was talking about Real Steel with Justin. But yeah, they do kind of have similar look. Those are way more complex though. People keep saying the floor is strong. I haven't looked. What is it right now? How are we looking? 407? Yeah. I like that.
We're almost there, y'all, and then we'll start texturing. I promise.
Then we get into real stuff. Any plans for drones or companions of some kind in addition to the weapons? So again, you guys just keep proving the fact that there's so many things, there's so many legs to this. There's a lot that we can do. So yeah, that's one of those other obvious expansions. So it would just need to make sense for that point of when we get there and having something to back it up. Because like right now, the weapons have their use within the gamification. So when we do the next drop, what is its use and where does it come into play? So yeah, I'm not saying no to that, but that's another example of those expansions that are easy to do. But again, we don't want to oversaturate the collection with things just to have things. So right time type thing.
Went to the bar for a bit.
I know.
I'm jealous. Curious where everybody is like from in this live.
Yeah, quick shout out of where everybody is at right now, geographically.
New Zealand. That's cool.
Cali, LA, New Jersey, Oregon. Oh, dang, they're coming in. Malaysia, London, Kentucky. Aaron's in Texas. Wait, All Saint, you're in El Paso? I didn't know that.
I didn't either. And Aaron's in Texas. Hell yeah. That's awesome. Seattle. Nice.
Oh, Gerald is in Las Vegas. There you go. You can go watch Travis present next week. We got spaghetti. Yep, more spaghetti. Mom's spaghetti.
Spaghetti on bagels?
What?
What are you talking about?
Who was I talking? Oh, I think with Colby.
Presenting in at NAB, NAB. I always call it NAB. It's NAB.
And what that is? What does that stand for?
Honestly, I don't know.
The main thing to take away from that is it's an event put on by Maxon, and Maxon are the people that make Cinema 4D, which is the software that he's using right now. Yeah, there it is. Oh wait, hey, show them who else is speaking at that event with you.
It's not public yet.
Oh, okay, well you guys will just have to see.
Actually, I don't think it's a secret. It's people.
Yeah. Boom.
Yeah.
Ooh, NG talking about wanting to come visit America, and we all go together on a Caribbean cruise.
AlphaBot cruise? You
So
know I'm
down,
down, dude. That'd be awesome.
Especially with NG. I want to meet NG in person.
Don't we all? Oh.
Why don't we do a Disney cruise and keep it fun?
I want to be in G in person. That's what.
Yeah.
Don't yell.
Yeah, find a way to get holders into CES. See, that's one of those things of like providing opportunities aside from like NFTs or earning things, like give opportunities like that. That's huge for us. So maybe not right now, maybe not the upcoming one, but that's one of those things that as we get deeper and meet the right people, getting those opportunities that we could provide to holders. That's something we want to do.
Yeah, did you go to CES with us that one time, Cody, or
No, I
you
didn't.
didn't? That's awesome. You literally see all of like the new technology that's coming out over the next like 2 years, and like those hoverboards that everybody had, like they were at CES and everybody was like, "Whoa, I've never seen these," and then like 3 months later they were everywhere.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
Spidey said it's addictive to watch you create, right? That's what I'm saying. Like he's got a good pace about him that it's never like lagging, but there's always just constant building and development. That
I'm glad to hear that, because I'm always like, I don't know if people would find this entertaining at all, but I might as well try, because I don't know. Some people would, I feel like, not, but hey, it's not everybody doesn't have to watch,
Yeah. Especially like once this is done, for the people that when you're watching something live, that's one thing, but if you can go back and kind of skim through to parts that you want to watch or something, then just
have you left it on this screen the whole time too?
Yeah, it's stayed exactly whatever you're sharing your screen. It's just this.
Yeah, if you just leave it like that, then we can do like a super fast time lapse of it being made, which is cool. Okay, so that feels pretty good. I'm gonna.
They said it's like ASMR, but 1,000% less creepy.
I'm glad it's less creepy.
That's funny. Seeing this makes me appreciate the work so much more. It's an art to making art. Oh, it's an art to art making. Exactly.
I know. I've actually watching videos of people like doing this, like time lapse videos, is actually pretty sick.
Yeah, big process guy. I like watching that too.
Yeah. Okay, and then one last thing, and then we're gonna move on to texturing.
Oh, let me look over at the Discord. Okay, yeah, everybody's still chilling. What's ASMR? It's like those videos where people are like got the microphone up close to something, or like you like peel the plastic off of a new phone and everybody's like, ooh, yeah. Stuff like that is ASMR.
Yeah,
right?
I think it's like super high fidelity audio, like
satisfying sounds.
Yeah, it's like close up, like sounds and stuff. All right, how do we feel about that?
That looks awesome.
Cool.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Okay, now all of this is None of that's labeled, but that's okay. Not gonna do that right now.
Yeah. I feel like this is like a funny version of with the Twitter spaces. We're on for a long time talking, answering questions, but we're never seen. But now, like right here, we're like talking with our hands, and like you could see us actually communicating. It's like a way different vibe. I'm not used to being able to be watched while I'm answering questions.
Mm-hmm.
Is AlphaBot the first NFT project you guys worked on? As like a combined forces, yeah. Travis has done a few projects, not like 10K collections, but smaller collections on CDC and on Maker's Place and Foundation, and then I've done my own drops as well. But no, this is the first time we've like come together to do an NFT project like this. But we've been longtime collaborators since high school, so we've worked on projects together before. But this is the first like 10K NFT collection that we've done. Yes, NG. Yeah, and me and you talked about that a little bit on the side. NG's asking, can Travis create an AlphaBot 3D model so he can put it in the alt space for the community metaverse?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got you, NG, and I mean, me and you talked. There's more that we want to do there for sure, and like with you and build that out in more detail. But yeah, maybe we can see if we can get you something soon to just put in there for the time being, just so there's like a cool statue.
I just have to get one that would work. It's called a game ready model, so one that's rigged and well, I guess for that it doesn't even need to be rigged, but it still needs to be ready for like a metaverse situation.
Mm-hmm. Andrew said, "What's that about metaverse?" So, if you look 2 guys above you, Car Soon NG, maybe drop your Twitter with that tweet that has the access to the link and the promo code. Go check it out. NG made it is like a metaverse, but it's like a VR chat room type thing that we can fit 50 people in. And if you you don't have to have an Oculus, you can do it from your browser. But if you have an Oculus, you can go in, like, do the full thing. And there's this world that NG created that has some AlphaBots featured in it. And I know a few days ago, Crypto Junior did a giveaway in there. But yeah, it's really cool. If you've got some time, hop in there real quick. Maybe if you want to go jump in there and see what it is. But we're going to work with NG to build that out a little bit more and see if we can't do more things with that. Heffy, can you make lasers come out of Nick's eyes? That's a you thing, Heffy. That's you.
Ain't that the truth?
Man, this is coming together.
Yeah, I'm just cleaning some stuff up real quick. Trying to speed up the scene a little.
This man knows his crap. Yes, he does, Wild Gremlin. It's always funny calling people by their handles.
Yeah. Okay, I think that is time for a save. Ooh, look how much that is buttery. Just that one deformer was causing a lot of problems. Me over here nerding out about scene speed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, all this stuff was done in the last. Well, we're at 2 hours and 12 minutes now. So yeah, everything that you're seeing, he's put together since we've been live.
That's right. Are you doing movements with it?
Yes, we. Oh, wait, are you reading the same question? It sounded like you were.
Yeah.
Are you able to animate AlphaBot movements? Yes, you can animate the movement within Cinema 4D. Like Travis.
So like, I've got. Yeah, I'm able to do like animations on it, similar to how we did the characters for the chapter. The legs are. This is not. It's not like rigged, but which makes it a lot easier to animate. But it can, we can animate like certain things.
Yeah.
That's how I posed him like this. Okay, so let's just get the camera motion in there. That's too fast.
Justin, make a teaser of a bot shooting a weapon. See, I've already talked to MandoBot about that. He said he'd love to see, because he's got the bot with the Gatling guns. And I was like, we gotta try to do something with that for sure.
Definitely. Okay. Here we go.
Oh, here we go, people. We're entering Octane, the view of Octane. So this is what allows you to actually, like, because the view on the left, that's the working view of all the models and what is the scene. But now Octane is what it looks like when it's being rendered. So what, you gonna do lighting, materials, all of that now?
I think I'm gonna start with the lighting. Yeah, let's do that.
Will you guys look to do voiceovers in the future for the characters with animated cutscenes? Potentially. Right now, kind of our workflow is with the narration that we have. Because if we start to get into people voicing the characters, you've got now voice actors and keeping up with all of those people to be the same characters. So I feel like when we get to that point, it would be when we're getting more into the animated series route. But right now, if you look at how chapter 1 is and the prologue, that format of how it's presented is kind of our way of doing things right now. See, and Justin, well, me and you were talking about the other day of, you tried your hand at 3D and you're like, there's just too much to comprehend. And what I was talking to you about of like, there's kind of those 3 pillars of actually creating things, like what Travis was just doing, the modeling side of it, But then there's this aspect of it, which is lighting and knowing how to light your scene to make it come across like what you're looking for. But then there's the motion part of it, how to animate things to move the way that you want them to. There's kind of those three pillars that make up doing 3D design and animation. So kind of looking at all those things on their own, you know, they're big tasks on their own. But when you combine them, you get something crazy like this.
Okay, let's just start with these.
Is Cinema 4D more taxing on CPU or GPU?
Cinema 4D uses a lot of things, CPU and GPU. It also like the RAM. It's like a lot of things. But then Octane, the renderer that I'm in right now, this is all GPU based. So I have two 3090s to kind of compensate for that.
Heffy in here talking about how he microwaves his food. I've seen a couple of comments of him going back and forth on, like, hit this microwave. What did you just say? I do mine for 1 minute and 30 seconds. Perfect. Heffy, you're a goober, dude. Okay, nice show. Oh, that's cool. I can like click the comments and get them to show up on screen. I'm gonna start doing that. Justin said, "Win more teasers. That's all you guys want is more." We got more stuff coming. We just dropped a big promo for the weapons today. We've got Chapter 2 coming up. We've got some stuff to put out for. You know us, guys. You know us by now. Go look at our Twitter feed. That we constantly putting good stuff out there. So as long as you're here, you're not gonna miss anything. And how about that post yesterday with the shepherd? That animated scene coming up on him in the wastelands. Yeah, Spidey. This already is more exactly. We'll have this whole piece of content to put out tomorrow. Dude, what's funny is that from that post yesterday of the shepherd, I saw somebody comment it was a gif of those little guys from the desert in Star Wars, and they're like, "Arr!" And I was like laughing because I was like, oh shit, that does kind of look like them. And then I showed Colby, I was like, hey, did you see this thing that we posted today? And she was like, is that Star Wars? And I was like, how are you both thinking this? But it did look like it now that I think about it. Justin, what's with this lo-fi, L-O-F-F-I-E-E? Which actually, yeah, they have a couple of other music options in here. Let me see. Chill hop? What is this? How funny would it be if cinema just crashed on you?
It's a possibility. I'm not gonna lie to you. It always happens, like regardless of how fast the computer is.
Sounds like I'm watching Cinemax after 12 a.m. You're so right. Maybe let me switch that.
Some smooth jazz.
What about this? What does this sound like? I don't like that. I'm going back to Dustin's favorite, Loki. Uh-oh. Color coming in.
I just need to see what these things are.
Yeah, Happy said, don't forget to save.
Don't forget to save. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, coming up on the 2.5 hour point.
We are getting there.
And just a note for everybody, these aren't the actual colors that he's using. He's just finding out where the certain shapes are, and then he'll start to build in the materials for there.
Well, you don't like these colors?
I mean, it's just very vibrant.
Babyish. If we were to have an accent color, though, probably a blue or a green, right?
I'd say so, yeah. Ooh, that's looking good. Gold Glover said someone's cat going ham back there. Yeah. And then you said that's a dog. No, that's my cat.
Your cats are wild.
Yeah, they're funny. See people tweeting about it. Oh, Pawns, what up?
Hey, let me see here.
Effie, my cat's name is Chicken.
Yeah, Cody has this thing about naming all of his animals other animals.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun.
That's my way of doing it. Yeah, whatever the final finished product is here, we'll probably end up stitching together a piece of content of like Travis's sketch, of like the sketch being sketched out, and then boom, the final scene. We'll make some cool piece of content out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Spidey, you are watching us at 3:30 a.m. You're crazy.
That is a trooper.
Yeah, Leo, if it's 3:30 for you, I wouldn't blame you, man. If you want to see the end of it, watch it later. But if you're locked in, then I mean, who am I to say? You can stay. We're not kicking you out. Yes, Justin, the community is strong. And that's what I'm saying. Slowly but surely, like there's no gimmicks here. Everything we've done so far is like very grassroots. Like all the stuff that we have so far is just from gaining like fans, people that are genuinely interested in this, and then starting to do more things like this will just bring more people involved into the project. But it's also like our way of giving you a little bit behind the scenes and get to like hang out with. I mean, mainly, obviously he's the one doing this, but hang out with Travis while he's working on these things. Especially in the past 2 or 3 weeks since he's been so nose of the grindstone here, it's cool to kind of see what he's doing and how he does it. Yeah, and for those of you who don't know, he has a second screen, so he's tweaking things on the other screen. That's why you see this keep changing and adjusting, is he's changing things on the other screen.
Yeah, sorry, did not communicate that. Wish I could show both, but everything would take 3 times as long if I had it all mushed onto one screen. All right, that's looking good.
Mm-hmm. I'd say so.
Back in our camera. Okay. Back to symmetrical for the sake of it.
One of my favorite things to do with Travis when we're concepting new pieces of content, I like to go to, hey, so you know that part in the Game of Thrones intro? And he's like, yeah, the video that took a team of the world's best animators in months to make. Yeah, you want me to do something like from that?
For just a post, yeah.
For just a single Twitter post? Yeah.
Sounds great.
Sure. Yeah, I remember when we were like storyboarding some of the scenes from chapter 1, I had put in there the note of like a scene that like when the coordinates, like Raid finds the coordinates, whatever. I was like, yeah, show like it's like a bird's eye, like a map view kind of thing, and then it like moves over to where the coordinates are, kind of like. And I was trying to think, I was like, what is that reference? And then I remembered, I was like, oh yes, the Game of Thrones thing. So I pulled it up and sent it to him. I was like, kind of like this, and he's like, what are you?
I don't know if that's gonna happen.
Oh man.
Give me 1 second.
He said flip. That is looking so good though. And just think, what do you guys do in 2 hours? Just kidding. But yeah, I think what you talked about for the motion, and maybe you can correct me when he gets back, but kind of having like the camera spinning around the room as the reactor is going off, and Nuclear Nick, the material on him is like changing and becoming more radiated. So that'll be fun to see too, is when that gets all animated. And I don't know if we'll get through all of that tonight, but I mean, this is some great headway to actually see the scene come to life and start at the start of some of the like materials being plugged in. This looks tight. I feel you, Leo. Travis, on the other side of those windows, you should have our two bots like peeking in, like, oh shit.
That would be good.
That would be funny.
Let's see the power of a little color correction.
Let's see.
It's gonna be.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
That already looks a lot better.
I'm thinking I want the environment to be darker though. Maybe not. Maybe I'll wait on that.
Once Travis is done, how long before you guys put out the finished scene to the community? I mean, when it's done, we'll put it out there, let you guys see it, and then we're also going to mint it and drop it over to Nick. So,
yeah, we have to. I'll have to render it out, which should take a little bit of time.
Yeah.
But after that, it'll be out there.
When it's done, it's coming. Same thing as the weapons. When they're done, they're coming.
What do we think? Probably. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it.
There we go. The reactor's reacting.
What color do you think those lights should be?
I kind of liked that glow.
That orange?
Well, here, let me double check. Did Nick say what the reactor is?
I would assume it's going to be green and blue because that's what.
That's true. Oh, Nick's in here. Yeah, he said, "Wow."
Thanks.
Yeah, Nick, what do you think? What color is the reactor?
I feel like that green feels pretty good.
It does. Yeah, so he headed to the main control room of the world's biggest nuclear reactor. Yeah, so it's a reactor to keep the humans in the metaverse. So, yeah, I like that. I think that looks great. Yeah, Nick said green/blue to match radiation. So yeah, that makes sense. And I like what this looks like too.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah, actually these will have the same material as nuclear nickel. Slightly altered version of that.
Yeah, a little more like glowing from the center, but they kind of have that radiation of color. Yeah, like that. Yeah. That uranium glow. Yeah, I like how you say like the reactors are these kind of nodes that, with him being in the middle, like usually the spark or whatever would be going between those two nodes, but him being in the middle of it to kind of stabilize it, that looks great.
Yeah, I like that.
Hey, Nino Fiend is in here. Nope, you did not miss this, Nino Fiend. You're kind of coming in at a good part too. All the modeling is done, and now he's texturing it, lighting it. It's coming together.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, the dark vibe.
That's
got to
cool.
bring a little bit of light back in from the
Yeah.
windows back, but
maybe not the windows. Maybe. Well, hold on.
some overhead lights.
Yeah. Should just like strategically place big invisible lights, maybe. This is weird. That's pretty good.
Oh, you already got the material on that?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, put that in there.
I still need to do a few of these.
Yeah, Nino Fiend, skip back a little bit to the beginning and kind of skim through. You can see him kind of build up to what you're seeing right now. But yeah, now we're kind of entering the coloring phase. Oh, here, let me see if I can pull it up. I want to pull up the reference animation or the still that you made for this, or like when we announced what the prize would be. Where did I have that? Oh, right here. And share screen. Take over real quick, Travis. There was this. This was kind of the scene that he had made as an example for the backstory contest of, okay, this is a machinist that owns this mod shop, and he put all this together. So, we're going for something of this type of result, but obviously animated and brought to life. Oh boy, oh boy. Man, at some point you got to put a little like Easter egg in here. Just something, not that it's like a giveaway to anything in the lore or something, but just a little something that if you know, you know. Like for Heppy, we can put a microwave in the back.
Oh yeah.
And oh boy.
Okay, like that.
Yeah, that's looking good, man. And to be real with you, I mean, that lights up most of the scene.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know if you need other light sources. You're already kind of lighting it up there.
Yeah, I think tiny accent lights on the back would be good.
Like as if they were like LED type, like paneled walls with.
Yeah, tell me what you think of this, maybe.
Jack stepped away for a little bit and he came back and you're here. That's what I was telling you, Jax. You leave for like in the moment, it seems kind of slow, but if you leave for 20 minutes and come back, there's already so much more done. Oh, illuminate those panels.
Maybe. Might be overkill. We'll see. Just the border of the panels so that it's not too.
Ah.
And this as well. So let's do a compare.
Oh God, what are you doing? Command Z in?
Yeah, I gotta get my camera back to where it was. There we go. Oh my God.
Ooh. Maybe don't do blue in those lights. Maybe just make them like an LED, just like a white light.
That's too bright.
I like that better. Maybe not so bright, but
yeah. How's that?
Yeah, cool tone. Yeah.
Hope everybody approves. Now that I have friends working with me.
Yeah.
Okay. What else?
Orange or pink. You don't want to clash with the green or blue. You kind of, because that's going to be the focal point. So you don't need color everywhere. Yeah, that seems like overkill.
It's on fire now.
It's on fire.
Yeah, I think that works pretty good.
I like that.
Okay, I need the texture. These bad boys.
Sometimes I forget how close I'm sitting to my screen, just like looking at what you're doing. Yeah, I'm like, oh my God.
Okay. Let me try one more thing. It's a cool little software. You can generate these patterns, like this.
What the F? Why have you never showed me this?
I guarantee you I've showed you this.
Oh.
This is how sometimes how I make like the panels for like tech materials, and you can like really customize it. It's really cool.
Yeah, that'd be so helpful.
All right, let's see.
And you're putting that where on the walls?
Maybe, yeah.
Mark, yeah, it does tile. Well, I guess actually, yeah, that's a better question. Travis, does that square that it gives you, does it give it like one that it can tile and it can be stitched together?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So I was right. Yeah, I think it's cool to have little slits of like LED lights coming out of the wall as if the walls were like paneled with interfaces. Ooh.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Jeff asked, will there be other airdrops related to the story? Yes, for sure. And this is, well, this isn't really like a drop. This was like there was a competition, and the winner of the competition is getting this. So yeah, but then the airdrop that we're doing with the weapons, that was kind of like the first airdrop for the first chapter. So yeah, as we go forward, there'll be a lot more airdrops and opportunities for collectors to earn other NFTs, but besides NFTs, like just other opportunities in general within the society or outside of the society with like physical things that they could earn. But yeah, definitely more things related to the story. That's kind of like our whole formula. So chapter drops, there's a decision to be made, and that triggers giveaways, airdrops, competitions, and the man himself,
Alpha Louie.
Alpha Louie.
What do you think, bud?
He said, Dad, this looks really good, but I would love to go outside.
Cool. I think I'm getting close. I need to add some more like Easter eggs. And then a lot of the lightning effects and stuff is going to be done in
After Effects. Yeah. What would be a good Easter egg?
Yeah, also I'm going to do a quick save of this and post it on Discord so everybody can see the full res like version of it, because it's kind of hard to see on here.
Yeah, please do. Give the people what they want. Benny said, my bot in the center would be a good Easter egg. Sorry, buddy. Your bot did not win the backstory contest. Maybe next.
These are fun. I definitely want to do these. It's cool to like get a prompt from somebody else and then make something, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Dang, dude. 2 minutes per frame right now. That's pretty intense.
That's what's taking 2 minutes to render per frame?
2.5. It'll probably speed up a little bit. I can't see it going under 2 though.
Sneak peek coming soon.
This is cool.
Yeah, this looks really good, man.
What do you think, Nick? It's still in here? Oh, you just said insane. I think so too. It's gonna be cool.
That's what I'm saying. We bring the heat to the CDC community with this type of artwork and like what's possible. We bring look, this hand motion.
Ooh.
Oh, Nick said, blown my expectations away. Good, Nick.
If you don't like it, I'll gladly take it. Don't worry, I got it. I'll take it off your hands. All right, I'm gonna save this switch. Oh, what do you want to bet my files will be too powerful for Discord? That's always how it goes.
You think?
They allow what? 8 megabytes max?
Really? I was able to upload that whole promo video for the mods, and that's way more than 8 things.
We're about to find out.
Are you posting it in the general or?
Sure.
Well, yeah, that's gonna be the best place.
I'll just do at here.
Ooh, let me see. Yeah. Oh, does it already have the motion blur on the background?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna add some spice here.
You better share your screen again.
It's shared. You gotta put it up.
Oh, my bad. And welcome back, Travis's screen. Yeah, and all of you guys, go post that picture on Twitter. Discord saw it first.
Oh yeah, you gotta do it.
There's a guy in the Discord rocking my PFP.
That's confusing.
Get out of here.
That shouldn't be confusing. Yeah, see what I did there on the background? I gave it green and I'm gonna do
Oh yeah, there you go.
that helps give a little more visual interest.
Yes, Happy, that is a Game Boy hoodie. Boom.
Wish I had my Switch with me. Chanel likes to hog that thing. All right. What did I say we were gonna do?
As far as
Easter
what?
eggs.
Oh, Easter egg.
Yeah. Can you pull my screen down for a second?
Put your screen down.
Yeah, I'm opening Illustrator. I just don't want any weapons stuff to come up.
Oh yeah, good point. Okay, you are hidden for right now.
Mario Kart. I'll wreck you in some Mario Kart and Smash. I'm not as good at Smash, but you could share it again, Cody.
Okay.
What do we want? What do we want here? I'm gonna put some like text. But I guess Nuclear Nick wouldn't really make sense.
For what? Wait, where are you putting this?
Dude, Samus, Jax is saying he plays Samus. I only play Pikachu, which I know is like, you know, you're supposed to know all the characters, but I only play as Pikachu, and Samus, everybody I play against that's decent is the Samus.
I play as Samus too when I play Super Smash Bros.
I get wrecked. And my girlfriend plays as Ganondorf, and she is really good as Ganondorf. No, I want to put like some decals, like stuff in the background. It's like little Easter eggs and stuff pertaining to the story. Anybody got any ideas?
That pertains to the story.
Or Nick, if you want me to throw like a little Easter egg in there somewhere.
Yeah, Nick.
Cool.
Throw a little flavor of you in there. Yeah, I'm trying to think like where it would go too, like on like the back panel.
Yeah, like on like the wall here, we could have like text or something. In the glass, maybe. Some like subtle. I'm just gonna do like a couple of them, maybe on the ground. Do we have anything without textures? Morning radiation. Bots in the window. Legendary weapon in the corner. Those are all great ideas.
That is a good idea.
Scratched in the window glass. So I actually do have like smudges, but it's so hard to see. Yeah, like you can kind of see it like right here. It's just so hard to see.
Yeah, Nick said did like the bot in the window idea or legendary weapon in the corner.
Yeah. Okay, let's do. Wait a second. You're just trying to get a sneak peek of a legendary weapon.
He said, wait a second. You know what you're doing here.
Yeah, this is cool. I like doing this. You said it's like, how does it feel getting an NFT made in front of your eyes? That's, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a cool experience.
So I'm saying you wrote a backstory to bring to life more of this project, and now we bring it to life in this way. And you get to watch it. Be right back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Bots don't go to the bathroom. Okay. Oops. For those of you that know what Adobe Illustrator is, what I just did was created the shapes in Illustrator and then pulled them in to Cinema 4D. So if you don't know what Illustrator is, then that probably sounded pretty boring. Gonna do vector object. There we go. So I'll put this like over here.
Oh, nice touch. See, I stepped away for 2 minutes and there's already something.
Where did it go? There it is. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Oh man, someone else became a faction master while we've been streaming this.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's cool. So we're up to 53 people now that own, at least that are verified, that own all 10 factions.
Cool. I like that.
Good touch.
What were the other suggestions? Bots in the window would be cool. Legendary weapon. Okay, yeah, I can do this.
Well, in his story, he did say it seemed like it had been tampered with. What if there was like writing on the wall that was like something with the protos?
Could be cool.
Oh yeah, Jax had a good point. What if there's a little bit of smoke on the floor?
Oh yeah, I'm adding atmospheric smoke in comp in like post.
Okay. Effie over here asking what I'm snacking on. I got a cookie, dog. Love chocolate chip cookies.
This is the promo video, so y'all have already seen these, but maybe we put this one. Yeah.
You made me almost choke on my cookie for a second because I saw that was up and I was like, dog, the weapons are showing. And I remembered we dropped this today, so we're fine.
Okay, I'm gonna pull this in. The scene's getting heavy. Nothing you can do about it.
Only the best for Nick.
Only the best. Actually gonna pause this for a second.
Ooh boy. And those blasters in there.
Yeah.
Maybe not mounted on the wall because it's like a reactor room.
Yeah, you're right.
Have it like propped up in the corner right there.
That's cool.
Looking great.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna turn off the mushrooms for now. That's cool.
That is cool. Nifty. Web crypto. What about a gun rack? Yeah, we can't. There. That's what I was just saying. Can't really have a gun rack in this reactor room. Like this is a room where a reactor is, so that wouldn't also be armed in there.
That's good.
Yeah, and the smoke on the floor thing, that's going to be added, but that's more of a post thing. He'll do that in After Effects. It's not really a 3D thing.
Where are his eyes?
Oh God, where are his eyes?
There they are.
Oh, there they are.
Wait, Nick, does he have X's or what is his eyes? I don't think I checked on that.
Double check his config. Yeah, he's got X's. And that is. This out of the way. Yeah, those are the right arms. Go to his head. Does he have the things on top of his head?
Yeah.
Okay, yep, they're there. That's the right collar. That's the right neck. Yeah, that's all right.
Cool. Yeah, believe it or not, I think this is good visually. Maybe, I mean, I just got to do the animation, so. What do I want to add here?
Thinking maybe it has the Decentel logo in there somewhere.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. You could put a little sign on the gated, like that's around where Nick is. That's like authorized personnel only. If you're trying to add little touches.
Gotta get that trademark.
Travis, give a shout out to Warren and Owen.
Shout out, Warren and Ellen.
Yeah, Jason said, my kids love the AlphaBots. Any advice for 2 young animators?
Oh, that's sweet. Yeah, I would suggest get Blender. It's free. And like, there's actually a ton of tutorials. And to be honest with you, like kids these days, I sound like an old man, but like kids these days literally like just comprehend this stuff so easily. Like you'd be surprised, like, you know, kids get really into games and like they get really good at stuff. And if kids just started doing like 3D, it would be yeah, you'd be surprised how quickly they could pick it up and enjoy it too. Obviously, you know, do something they like. But yeah, I'd say Blender is the way to go. It's becoming more commonly used in professional sense as well. But I mean, even just for making art and stuff, definitely check out Blender. And also principles of animation, like learn that.
Like,
Principles
yeah.
of like movement.
Like what I was saying earlier, there's like the motion aspect of it, there's the lighting aspect of it, but then there's like the modeling aspect of it, of knowing how to like create the shapes that you're looking at.
Yeah, and knowing about motion and what makes motion good is huge. Ooh, baby. That's cool.
Yeah, it's a good little touch. Wait, is that centered with that panel? That is that wall of the
No, I
AlphaBot?
kind of had it over here. You think it should be?
My feng shui is telling me it should be centered with the wall.
Good. I think it should be over here, actually, on this other wall.
On the other wall?
Yeah, because then it's not right next to the radioactive sign or whatever.
Yeah, there you go.
Feeling pretty good about this.
Yeah, me too. It looks great.
Yeah, and just for reference, that sketch.
Boom. That to that.
It's pretty good. Pretty good.
That's
Probably
lined up.
Yeah, I probably do the electricity stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what Spidey just said. Can a flicker be produced in the light of the word on the wall? Yeah, those are all things that need to be animated. Same as like Nuclear Nick's material, transitioning from the one material to now this radiated material. That's going to be a part of the animated aspect.
Yep. Let's animate his head. I feel like for his head, I think he's like going to be looking around, right?
Yeah, and I think his eyes would glitch.
That's cool. Oh.
Oh, violent head shakes.
I mean, he's being like shocked with radioactive energy, you know?
Yeah, you'd be pretty violent too, huh? And for the people in the back, this is what, keyframe data?
Yeah.
Or not data, but these are your keyframes.
Yep. There's the motion curves. Let's see how that looks, huh?
Oh, he's coming to life.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Crypto Junior said, bruh. Right? And you thought we were playing over here.
I think.
Nick said he moves. Yeah, and he's getting the shit shocked out of him.
Funny thing about the scholars, though, they always look like they're happy.
Yeah,
even though he's being shocked, he looks happy. Happy boy.
Yeah, happy to be here.
Okay. Dare I add some X particles lightning in here? I think I do.
Oh, don't do it to him. Wild Gremlins, yes, we're still working. There's still work to get done.
Oh, yeah.
What else do we have to do? This is all we do. And I mean, to be honest with you, what, we just passed the 3.5 hour point. All of this in 3.5 hours, like, that's pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Provide links to any of the softwares that you mentioned throughout the stream. So, I mean, I can just tell you, you just Google Cinema 4D. That's the main software that he's working in. And then the renderer that he's using is called Octane renderer. So really just look up both of those and you're in the right area. But the main thing is Cinema 4D. Are you guys recording this live stream? Yeah, it's being recorded to YouTube. So when we end the stream, you should be able to just watch it on the YouTube channel. At least that's what happened earlier when we did a test. It saved to the YouTube channel. I'm only I'm hoping, not that I'm worried, but I hope so. Like with this being 3 hours long, I hope that doesn't affect anything when uploading to YouTube. but we'll see.
Oh, that's gonna be cool.
You just added the electrical shocks. Oh yeah. Look at that, Nick.
Well, give me 1 second. I'm gonna add some visuals to it, so you can actually see it in this. Oh yeah, that's gonna be great.
There they are. Man. Nick said, "Zap him." Of course, Effie would say, "Zap his eyes." That would be funny.
Okay, now it's like a mix of blue and green. That's good.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna do.
Thanks, Spidey. Spidey says, "Great job, guys. I've just been here for moral support. I'm just enjoying it as much as you guys are. I just actually get to talk to him."
Okay, we're gonna do. This is about to get wild. I'll tell you that.
Uh-oh.
There's gonna be bolts shooting through the room.
Through the room?
Like all over the room, yeah.
Holy crap.
So it'll be. Focus over here.
That actually would be really cool. Like he's getting shocked, and then there's a couple of those, like the ones like they're pulsing off and kind of bouncing off the panels that are in the room. That would be pretty crazy. And friendly reminder to save if you haven't already.
Save a new version.
Oh, boy.
That's too much.
Whoa. Effie is loving the zaps. Whoa. And what is that again? Those aren't splines.
This is X particles.
Oh.
Yeah, I realize y'all aren't able to see my side of it, which kind of sucks. But
I mean, we can see. You're saying, like, because we can see what's going on in the working view.
yeah,
Don't
the
see
other
it.
side.
Oh, on the other screen.
This is gonna give us some depth.
Oh yeah. So is it going to be a fast build once the whole programming is over?
To render it?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to, I don't know. So, I mean, like right now he's creating everything in Cinema 4D, and yeah, you kind of start to see the movement because he's animated the camera. But once he like renders it at full quality, no, it won't be fast. It kind of takes when you did that test render, you said what it was about 20 to 30 seconds per frame.
Yeah.
And this animation has how many frames?
240.
So yeah, if there's 240 frames times 30 seconds each, how many seconds divided by 60 minutes? What? That's not right. Oh wait, that's how many seconds. Oh, that's how many minutes. So 120 minutes. So 2 hours. Be about a 2-hour render.
Dude, that's so sick.
Yeah, that looks awesome. Oh crap! Yeah, that brought it to life.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay, I'm feeling good about that. I'm gonna do some more in comp once it's rendered, but pretty good with this.
One suggestion, maybe if you have everything going static out like that, the lighting that's in the background, having that flicker too with everything that's because everything's just going crazy, like it would all kind of flicker a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, which I'd probably do that in comp as well.
Right.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that looks good. Man, Nick. Oh yeah, look, you can see it kind of like coming at the camera.
I know, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Not bad for a day's work.
I'd say so. And let this be a lesson to all of you other folks who didn't participate in the faction backstory contest. We take these contest prizes very serious. So for other competitions in the future, this is just a teaser of like what could be brought to life with your AlphaBot. What's even cooler is like this is Nick's story. He wrote this story. You just kind of
I know. I love that.
Brought this to life here, but it's all based on Nick's story.
I love that. I'm gonna save another still for Discord people.
Oh yeah, do it.
Dang, some of y'all stuck with us the whole time. This has been a long one, but we made it happen.
Like, our man Spidey right here, he says 4:45 a.m. where he's at right now.
Dang, dude. Stuck with it.
Yeah, you crazy.
I appreciate everybody that hung out. This was fun. You can't sleep.
What do you think? What else? You have more to add, or you just gotta like do some things in post before you render?
Yeah, everything else is in post. I'm gonna do some fog in the atmosphere, and then I'm gonna make some lights flicker and stuff. Yeah, that's awesome. So we'll probably get this out next week to like minted and out to everybody.
Yeah, Nick, I'll be in contact with you as this is like getting rendered, and then we submit it to like we'll be able to mint it, right? Like you mint it and then you airdrop it to them. We don't have to go through CDC to do that.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Then yeah, Nick, coming soon.
Oh yeah, Cody, you got to do sound design for it.
Oh yeah, get a little. What if he screamed like, "Oh my god! Ouch!"
Maybe we gotta get Nick to do the actual voice.
Yeah. Nick, send us some audio of you screaming, please.
Screaming. This was awesome, y'all. We'll definitely be doing more of these custom scenes. I feel like that was one of the things we like. I mean, we've only done this one, but that was something I was super excited to start doing, and I love doing this. So, like, you know, just giving a collaboration between, you know, the holders and me creating something sick. I definitely want to do more of this type of stuff for, you know, whether it's giveaways or whatever. I want to do a lot of these because these are really cool.
And it helps bring it all to life a little bit more, because that's like the whole thing of the community-driven choose your own adventures. Like it is this story, so bringing more aspects of it to life in this way, it kind of helps make everything else be more real.
Yep. I think that is, yeah, look at that.
Oh,
Detail.
did you post it yet? Or you're about to?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, post that in there. Gotta see it. Thank you, Jax. Yes, we trying to be the best project. Not competition wise, but just like, you know, we want to be a standout project. We want our holders to be proud of what they have. Oh my god.
This is sick.
Yeah. Nick, you are one lucky dog.
And the funny thing is, you'll see this, and then you'll see the final with like some atmospheric smoke and like some more glow effects and things, and you'll just be like, "Whoa, this is." I mean, the final, you'll be like, "It's even better than this." It's just that little tweaking at the end when I pull it into After Effects adds a ton. So. Nice.
Good job, Travis.
I feel like I just ran a marathon. I didn't think I'd be able to get it all animated in this sitting.
I honestly didn't either. I thought you'd get to the point of, you know, you got everything modeled and textured, and then you're like, all right, well, I'll animate it tomorrow or something. But I mean,
Yeah.
the animated part really was just the camera movement, his head, and then those X particle stuff. So it wasn't, it really wasn't too much.
Yeah, it's not too bad. And you can kind of see here, like, what it looks like in motion.
Yeah. Oh,
Might adjust the timing a little bit on it, but I feel like that feels pretty good.
yeah, look at that, Nick.
Might actually do.
Ooh. Oh, one thing. Where's the door? How'd he get in there?
You climbed through the window, bro. Yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah,
I guess we need a door. I guess that wall is the perfect spot for it, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Where's the door?
Aaron, we won't keep this running while he renders. we'll end the stream, and then he'll.
Oh my gosh! Can you imagine?
Wouldn't that be funny? Because Aaron said,
Be
"Where are we going to talk for 2 hours?"
Stream.
What?
2 hours. How long did you say the render was going to be?
It was about 2 hours. I did 30 seconds per frame.
You vastly estimated that.
Well, yeah, especially now with all this X particle stuff in there.
It's going to be, let's see. This is the time right here. A minute. It goes down because I won't get into that. Just adaptive sampling. Whatever that means. So it's saying a minute 24 right now. A minute 16. Yeah, probably about a minute 15 to render one frame, and there's 240. Sounds about right. It's the life of a 3D artist.
Yeah. Oh, that looks so good, though.
Yeah, here, I'll show you a quick, before we sign off, what I mean by like comp. Just adding little things adds a whole lot to it.
Okay. What, are you going to take this into After Effects?
Just that frame that I exported.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, minute 15 per frame, so that's 75 seconds times 40. 5 hours.
5 hour render time. I can't wait to see the offers Nick gets on this. And he's like, no. Because, yeah, Nick, now you truly have, like, that's what I'm saying. Your AlphaBot is ranked whatever it's ranked, but only your AlphaBot has this. So, like,
it's cool.
It adds to the value because your AlphaBot is brought to life.
Featured in this little featurette kind of.
Oh, Heffy said, remember to save.
Gotta save.
Important.
So yeah, I would probably do like
post-processing for him. Yeah, I feel like this animation is a part of the bargain. If somebody wants to buy the actual Nuclear Nick NFT, like the AlphaBot, you got to throw this in there.
I know. Good luck getting it out of Nick's hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like little things like that.
Oh yeah.
We see it in motion, those like flicker, and then I'll add like the smoke or the fog. Yeah, it's gonna be cool. Cool.
Good job, Travis.
Thanks for everybody hanging out. We got 21 still with us, and most of y'all have been here since the jump. Or stepped out.
Or a lot of familiar people chatting in there, so shout out to them.
Yeah.
Boy, any final sign-off words, Travis?
No, I mean, that was fun. Let's do it again. Gotta do another competition.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, we'll do this more often, just like live streaming when we're making things. 'Cause I know we've been asked that a lot, and obviously this went really well. So I'd love to do this again and add more content to the YouTube channel.
Yeah, it's hard to. I wish I could have like live streamed all the time while I was doing the weapons, but obviously I can't just show all that off. So
yeah.
But stuff like this for sure. If there's ever times like where we can do it, it's super fun. But yeah, thanks for everybody sticking it out and hanging out with us. That was awesome. Cool piece of
content. And I'm glad Nick got to be here and just watch that whole process. Like that, I feel like that's special for him too, to see his own thing come to life. So
yeah, no kidding.
Well, cool guys. Yeah, I mean, big thing today. The weapons promo came out. The big news there is April 25th. So the weapons are coming up. We've got more stuff coming out about Chapter 2 really soon, including the drop date for that. And yeah, we're doing cool things like this, like making custom NFTs for holders based on their stories. So, I mean, it's a good time to be involved in AlphaBot Society. So there's a lot going on.
Good question. Can you screen record while you're working on it and drop content of this after the airdrops? Yeah, Cody's always telling me I need to like screen record and do like time-lapse videos. So definitely try to do that on some stuff for sure. And just even like content of how it's made. Definitely we'll be posting about my talk in Vegas next weekend. That'll be cool to see like the process of how we made the AlphaBots, or at least a simplified version of it. So yeah, cool.
Big times. All right, people. Well, yeah, we'll catch up with everybody tomorrow. I mean, I'm sure we'll have something else to say tomorrow. You'll see us online. And yeah, we'll go from there. But thanks for hanging out, everybody.
Yeah.
Bye, friends.
See you later.